Hello, chat. Who's here, huh? Who's early? Who's here at the start of the stream? Let's get $30 FPS was first on my chat. Then it was Zoro, then it was Ethan, then it was Nate, then it was Insight, then it was Ninja, Autumn, Uvitan, Chris, SGY, Enemy Grinder, Bloxito. Damn, when's this timer going down, chat? Mai, I didn't get it. Is your name Mai or May? Can you like spell it out in a way that lets me know the difference and which one yours is? Holy. Little scrumptious dog. God damn, chat, my little scrumdiddlyumptious dough. Is everyone having a good day over on YouTube? Sick AF at work? Holy! I can relate! Actually, I can't, because I'm not sick and I'm not at work. I can't relate! Holy! Challenge. Cup qualifiers. Give me a second, YouTube. Oh! I'm starting up TikTok real quick. Okay, we're good to go. Let's do this. Oh, hell nah. I forgot to turn on my lights. Yo, YouTube and TikTok. I've never done this before on stream, but look, you're gonna watch my lights turn on. You're gonna watch the lights turn on, chat. I keep on moving with the lights on. The lights on. Almost on. I keep on moving with the lights on. Whoa! You ready? 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Holy! Those were the real fireworks, chat. On God's Earth. Hey everyone. How's everyone's day going? 2nd of January. We're already 365th through the year, bro. It's basically 2026, my guy. Holy, my little scrumptious. I'm gonna put the table on the YouTube screen. Get the table up for me. Oh. Hey TikTok, how you guys doing? There it is. Oh, it's a little bit big there, isn't it, YouTube? Oh, I'll slice and dice it in there, eh? Ah. Done. The work has been done. I won. TikTok, where are you guys? Yo, idiot. Thanks for the 100 coins, man. Idiot. Bing, bing, bong. Thanks very much, Brisket. Oh, there's 50 gifted from Mandan in the chat as well. I just think the room looks so much better when, hold on a sec, diddly second. The room looks so much better when the lights are on, bro. It looks so dull, like when the live with purpose sign and this is not on. Bro, I don't know if you guys realize this, but that entire wall is like filled with LED lights. And for whatever reason, I'm a dumbass. And I bought way too many of them. I was thinking like, oh, more is better. And I just thought, you know what? I'll just cover the entire wall in freaking LED strips, dude. Oh man, it was just not coordinated at all. And like there's barely any on my face cam, but the whole other side is filled with them. The whole other side is filled with them. But I guess it kind of looks like a, I'm not sure. It looks like something organic, even though, well, I guess it was organic because I was just placing them wherever I wanted, instead of like planned or like in a pattern. So it feels, I suppose, more natural. But I think it looks pretty cool, chat. It was completely sporadic. Out of the blue, chat. Out of the blue. Man, can you invite me to the room before you put the password on? Oh, and never mind. He already made the room ages ago, chat. Oh my god. Oh, he got me in without the password. Put it on, quick! Quick! Bang, bang, bong, bong. I'm in, chat. Holy, I got in. I was one of the latest people to join. That's how you know today's gonna be a good day. When I am the latest, just like I'm the clip. You thought it looked like a Minecraft sword? Oh my god. You know what? That's actually... Yo, Gilmore might actually be onto something. Yeah, no, Gilmore's actually onto something. So, like, this part would be the different, like, the light in there, and then this is the... You're saying this is the outline, Gilmore. This part is the outline. So I got, like, an obsidian diamond sword. You know what? I'm taking that. It actually does kind of look like what a diamond sword... That is exactly what that looks like. I've never thought of that before. You know what? That's what we're gonna say from now on, because I started my OG YouTube channel on Minecraft. If you didn't know that, the iFerg channel used to be called Junkie Monkey, and that was my Minecraft username. So yeah, there you go, chat. There's a little bit of lore for you guys, and I loved that game back when I was like 12 years old, bro. Yeah, I'm taking that. Maybe that, I don't know, friggin' subconscious kind of thing going on right there. Nuts. All right, let's get the team names up, chat. We'll discuss. We'll get through it. Let me see who's all playing today, chat. There's a lot of good people. The first lighting you had, I have no idea what you're talking about, man. You mean the one where I used to live with my parents? All right, let's look at the teams, though. Inner Legendary makes their return along with Inner Fury, Team 1 and Team 2. Team 3 is Yamin team featuring Aegon. Ooh, CIC Main is Iran Customs team. Guys, I'm sorry. I always pronounce that country wrong, but it's Iran Custom. Shout out to him. Brisket. We got Chavez Vives. We got Ajok Esports, Bloody Diamonds, Xenopeta Tango, Limitless Esports. We've seen those guys before. Fulcrum Shift is playing in Team 11 with Kinsbays. We got Syllabot for Team 12. Team 13's Leftovers. Inner Strangers, another inner team called Inner Strangers, Team 14. We've got G1. We've seen G2 before, but I don't think they showed up and they ended up getting banned. I could be wrong on that. Man, give us an update. Team 16, Iran Royalty. Team 17 is Ultra featuring Demure. Eternity Esports are back again with a different roster, an entirely different roster in Team 18. Team 19 is Just Trying. I think these guys are community members, chat. They're just trying to get in and to win. ZZZZ team, or Sleep team, I'm gonna call them, is Team 20. Uncut Esports 21. Vice is 22, headed by Mendez. Some of you might know him if you play a little bit more of the multiplayer side of Call of Duty Mobile. We got Ghost X in 23. T-Pap for 24, and 25 is Overpar Esports. So we got a couple of big team names in here. We've seen the inner players before. We've got a big player from Iran in here, along with his team, and Eternity Esports make the return once again, along with Limitless. We've seen them, I believe, last week too, chat. So it should be an interesting day. If I was to take a guess at who I thought was going to qualify, it would be Inner Fury. I don't know. Inner Legendary. Yeah, I suppose it has to be Inner Fury and Inner Legendary, doesn't it? It has to be those two, I think, are going to finish first and second. And saying that, I was wrong yesterday for the first time in one of these events. The OG team that I'd never heard of came out of nowhere and dominated throughout the entirety of the day, along with Team X, but obviously we already knew Team X from previous events. To be honest, that's something that I like to see, though. I like to see when new teams come in and they dominate, and the OG did just that. They're a mixture of European players and Middle Eastern players on the OG roster. They don't have a single player from the same country, believe it or not. They are all from different countries. I was sent their team list in the country that they're from yesterday. It was actually insane. I couldn't believe how many different people they had on different countries. Literally every single player. I think there was a Russian, an Iranian, a German, and I can't remember the fourth player. Broski. Oh, man likes it with the lights off. God damn, Chunnington. But there's all the teams we've got for today. I'm looking forward to see how Iran Custom does. I hope he does pretty well. What are you doing, Ronaldo? Ronaldo. Yeah, there's a lot of really good players in here. A lot of extremely underrated players in this one in particular. I feel like day 4 is where we put the majority of the underrated teams. It wasn't by design. It just so happened in the order that they registered, the majority of the underrated people that people don't really know about are on day 4. Of course, after today, we have one more qualifier day, which is Friday, which will include everyone who was 3rd to 4th in the previous 4 days, and then the rest of the registered teams that registered quick enough to get into the Challengers Cup. Also, we have the Champions Cup starting on Monday next week, and the registrations for those will open on the Saturday when we do the finals. Anyone that makes it to the finals will already have a priority position in the Champions Cup to qualify again, so they won't need to worry about trying to, like, oh my god, we need to qualify for the next event while we're playing the finals. They don't need to worry about that. They're all good there. All good in the hood, bro. Scott! Any Indian teams? We've had many Indian teams before. None that have been really good, I must admit. There's been no, like, top tier Indian teams so far, Hari Tablet, unfortunately. If you know of any great Indian teams, let me know, so we can invite them into the event. Yeah, we're streaming on YouTube and TikTok, as always, when it comes to the events chat. Whether it's qualifiers or the actual event, we always stream on both YouTube and TikTok. If I'm doing something a little bit more relaxed, I just stream on TikTok. Just because I feel much more relaxed streaming on TikTok without having a VOD be up there at the end. Because that just, I don't know. Especially when I'm doing challenges, bro. Oh my god, when I'm doing challenges, like using every sniper, I do not want the VOD up there on YouTube. Bro. Bro, why don't you increase length of hair? Bro, my hair's hella long. That's why you don't see my fringe. Because my fringe is so long, it goes down to here, bro. What's up, Teal Whip? We just posted your TikTok, broski. We just posted your TikTok, my little scrumdiddlyumptious. Thanks for the 20 gifted. If you don't know Teal Whip, he's one of the top tier editors on the team, chat. He's edited a couple videos for the, well, actually, Teal Whip, have you edited 1 or 2 of the videos for the new channel? It could be 2. Oh, Dusty's in here, bro. We know Dusty, chat. Oh, yeah. I didn't know Dusty was on Eternity Esports, brother. Hell yeah, we love Dusty over here, chat. Dusty's a great player. I'm surprised he's on this team. I don't know what country he's actually from, but he is a very good player, and he's super, super nice and pleasant to deal with, for sure. There it is. 1 so far, working on the 2nd. There we go, chat. It's going to be crazy, man, thinking about it, because the live stream aspect of COD Mobile for us is all Battle Royale, and the video portion is all multiplayer. So it's like a complete 50-50 split between live and video. All right, hopping on board with Dusty here. There is a couple of players around him. In fact, there is 2 teams. Oh my god, Legenduski, okay. I recognize these guys from before. They're over around the side from him. He does have a Krieg in hand. Let's see these other players, what they have. I know Scylla from a oh, is that the same Scylla that we know? Either way, they're getting pushed from the side right here. Eternity Esports are going to be getting into a battle sooner rather than later, as Enti has spotted them. Unfortunately for him, he's probably going to get third-partied from behind due to these guys chilling in the house. Mabina, I know her. She is very active in the chats. Legenduski has spotted this other team here. It looks like Dusty and the boys are going to rotate out of that position. They don't get the loot that they want, therefore they're not going to take that fight. However, I want to see what goes on here, because it's going to be a 4v4 situation. Let's hop right in. We see Mobilia here using the RAL LMG. I would say it's a severely underrated weapon in the BR side of things. Multiplayer, it's pretty bad just because it's slightly slower, but you can hold down a lot of angles in Battle Royale, and it actually makes it quite usable for a grind loot weapon. I wouldn't recommend using a loadout, but definitely as a grind loot, it's a gun that you don't want to hear firing at you. Especially if you don't have armor, because you're going to get tapped before you even have a chance to react. You guys seen on stream, it happened to me the other day. It was insane. Looks like all of these guys are just going to camp in here waiting for the opposing team. Keep in mind, this team I feel like is made up of hardcore Ferg fam members. You don't know what Ferg fam is? It's the Discord server that has 175,000, or actually 179,000 total members. I checked it earlier today. We're over 175 or 79,000. And yeah, that's how you get to register for these events. You just join the Discord and you can get yourself right into them. Let's go ahead and move over to a different team now. As we see Envy's entire roster has been discombobulated. Absolutely discombobulated right here, ladies and gentlemen. We will see what happens later in the game if they survive or if they do not. Mendez, like I said before, he's fairly known for his multiplayer gameplay. Not too much for Battle Royale, but like we've seen from Balor, you definitely can switch from multiplayer to BR and play both of them at a very high level. Balor's already in the finals this week. He's in there on Saturday with a team filled with Garena players, actually. I believe he has Muska, Peanut, and I cannot remember his fourth, but I know it's a very good Garena player. Another OP team. Another team with OP in the name, chat. They're not the original OP. They're not the original. They're called Overpar Esports. I'll be the judge of if they're overpowered or not, chat, won't I? I will be, chat. I will indeed. But it looks like the fight's finally coming down here, and the Ferg fan members are getting obliterated. All of them eliminated off the bat of this game one. Sorry, Mabina, but she is out. There they go. Team 17, I believe that was. Actually, could have been a Team 15 or something. Either way, it looks like Eternity Esports are coming back in for the third party. They find it. Remember, that's the team with Dusty on the roster. They're going to get absolutely annihilated instantly. And there goes them as well. So the teams that all landed in Train Station basically got taken out by Dusty's Eternity Esports. And we've seen these guys last week, and they've seemed to switch their team around. Last week, Dusty wasn't on the roster, and this week he is. He's definitely one of my favorite players, like I said as this game started. I don't mind giving glaze to people I like and to people I think are on the tippity top of the mountain when it comes to skill in Call of Duty Mobile's Battle Royale scene, and he's definitely one of them. Let's go over to Inner, however. We've got Inner Legendary and Inner Fury, along with a new one called Inner Strangers in today's qualifier. The ones that we're looking at right now with Teve, Matador, Riz, Ari, and Shin is Inner Legendary. Team number 2 is Inner Fury. Fury did okay in the finals and previously. Getting a kill right there. They have 3 kills on the board. There comes their 4th straight off the bat. Broski looking good early game on Blackout. Remember, it's 4 Blackout games and 3 isolated games. Think how Vice is doing. Let me see for you, Junior. You want to see Team 22? All right, I'll check them out. Oh, you like Mendez, huh? They're not doing much, man. They've got 0 kills, all 4 alive currently. Seems like we've got a couple of fans of Team 22 here on the YouTube side of things. But I want to go back onto Eternity Esports. They're not in a fight just yet, but it looks like they're getting knocked from across the map here by Only Dancer with a snipe. There's a third party coming in, but they've just motorcycled their way right through it. Enti is trying to get a pick onto this, but it's not going to look likely as Eternity Esports is getting absolutely bodied. Oh my god, they are. They're going to lose all of their players right here unless Dusty's able to stay alive. Look, he's the last person up for the team. They have 4 knocks. Straight off the back of a very bad push. I haven't seen Team 24 today. They're called T-Pab. I've never seen these players before, but that's going to be a common occurrence, and it has been a common occurrence throughout these qualifiers because after last week, the entire Battle Royale scene came to our Discord server and basically said, we want in. Let us in. We want to win some money. We want to make ourselves known. And that's exactly what this event is about. It's about big creators versus the community. You guys obviously being a part of the community, and I'm sure there's some big creators in the chat. I know that Ackman watches the qualifiers for sure. We've seen him in the qualifiers pretty much every day in the chat if he's not playing to scout other teams and to see what other people are up to. But it looks like, unfortunately, Iran Custom is going to get knocked here. Where is he getting knocked? 3 of his teammates are already eliminated, and now it's only down to Muradad. I'm just going to call him my dad, unfortunately, because I don't know how to pronounce that name. But yeah, look, Iran Custom already out. There's only 1 player left. He's going to use the hacker. Not sure if that's the play. That lets them know that you're right there. That might be a bad play to be done, but it looks like they're going to rotate out of the situation. Can he get one of its players back? He's going to be able to do it. Is there a guy around him? There is, but they didn't chase him down, and now he might be able to get back multiple players on his team here. I think he's got 1 back. There's Alpha. Now he's got COD Rail. All that's left is Iran Custom. Get him back. So they're going to live to survive another day, which is great. I'd love to see him do good in this qualifier. I'd love to see him in the finals, to be honest. A lot of people from his country love him. So it would be great to see him make it to the finals. Don't really know this roster here on team number 5, but they're not really up to much either. So we'll keep moving down the teams. Team 10, of course, are known as Limitless Esports. We've seen this Limitless Esports before. They didn't perform too well in last week's qualifiers, but they're back once more. And they could have improved. Who knows? I'm not sure. We'll go down again to Team 22, but it looks like they're not even in a fight either.
A lot of these players off the first game do play very passive. It seems to be a common occurrence. I think that a team that would play super highly aggressive and really just butcher their own nerves at the start of one of these qualifiers or even the finals would probably get a lot of kills out of it just because everyone else is so nervous. Speaking of nerves, though, it looks like Aegon doesn't have any. He's taking a team fight against another roster here. He did not get crucified for that push right there, even though Ross Kid did see him, but he's going to get killed from behind. It looks like it's the inner team from Legendary. They're team number 1. Pushing down right over alongside Aegon here. The Psychosis comes in. They are splitting up, but I think that's for the better as they'll be able to flank around this building and basically take it by storm. Config also watching that front, but it looks like Arc Julio is camping inside of the bathroom. He doesn't really have a good close range gun either, so it's going to be hard for him to make anything work here. Config 1 and Config 4 both basically have the same name. Inner Legendary, I think, are going to back out of this because one of their players got knocked. I don't see them taking this fight. Oh, a nade comes down there. Did that hit? Oh my god, I seen the nade, but maybe it was a smoke that they threw up. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. Julio's still alive here. Julio or Julio, let me know in the chat. He's still camping. Look at this guy. He's a sniper and an AK-117. That's not going to help you close range, buddy. Somebody's going to come in here with a shotgun or an SMG, and it looks like it could be Config 1. Never mind, they're going to rotate out of that situation. Let's check the map, because we haven't so far in this competition for game number 1. Looks like Inner Legendary are still trying to get some sort of a pick as Julio walks out of the bathroom, walks past Salam, and is going to take that quad out of that situation. However, I want to see what happened here to Dusty. Is he still alive? He is, and he was able to get back his entire team. So the entirety of Eternity Esports make their way back on the map thanks to Dusty clutching that up. 2 kills on the board with the carry. He's the MVP I've seen so far for this day of qualifiers. We don't really crown MVPs here in qualifiers, but when it comes to the finals, we will definitely crown another MVP and give them an extra $100 under the prize pool that they win. Last week's MVP was, of course, Slayer. He was the highest fragger in the entire competition by about 8 kills. I believe Loading was number 2 with 28, and I think Slayer had 36 total kills by himself, which is a lot more than some teams got combined. He's definitely one of the biggest fraggers in the game, and I think it goes to show that if you name yourself after something, you might just become it, because he is the biggest Slayer in these tournaments so far. Hopping back on board with Mendez, they've made their way over to Frackentar. Still no kills in the board, not looking good for Mendez. I must admit, he's a very nice person to deal with when it comes to this, and I want to keep reiterating the people who are lovely to deal with when it comes to setting up these events. They're always here to help, and they're always happy to play, and they don't really complain too much about anything, and Mendez is one of them. He's just happy to be a part of something bigger than himself, and I think that goes with my entire team in general. Madnan, me, and the helpers, we're all just happy to be a part of something that's bigger than ourselves as a collective grip, and Mendez obviously is a part of that. Unfortunately, he is in a fight here, and he did take a lot of bullets. His teammates aren't going to get knocked. Can's the first to go down. Ador's still up, however, along with Manny. Mendez is going to need to make a hardcore play here. Can he land shots? No, he can't. He's going to get knocked as well. Completely eliminated. Ador's still alive, but they're going to push into him. He doesn't get the one tap with the shotty, and now it's all down to Manny on TikTok. 0 kills in the way of the team, and now he's just used his snowboard to try and get out of the situation, and it's not going to work. He's probably going to die here. I would believe so. There you go. Mendez's team has been eliminated, and it looks like Aegon is also down with only 1 player left alive on the team. It's Salam. Not sure what they're going to do here, or what he's going to do. It says that all of his teammates are full dead, but I don't think that's true. I believe there should be another revive flight here, unless for some reason the tags just disappeared automatically. I've never seen a glitch like that before, but I wouldn't put it past COD Mobile. Looks like the other inner team are over on the same side as where Inner Legendary were before. We're right now watching Fury from Inner. They're going to go into this house here. I would call this the store. Shots are going to go down. Missa is going to go in, try and look through the smoke. He doesn't have a smoke bomber on, so he can't see through it. It looks like Ames can't see through it, though, and that is why he got a frag there. Shot still going down. He can see through the smoke bomber. Can't see enough, though. Looks like Massa's going to rush in there. He's going to be the first to take a blow onto the other team. Shots go down. Easy knock on board from him. They got... Ooh, wow. They actually have quite a lot of kills here for a first game. 8 kills. Remember, like I said earlier in this round, kills are usually more spread out in the first game because people are nervous and don't want to fight. But Inner Fury are obviously proving that wrong, along with Inner Legendary. 14 kills on the board this early on with 55 left is definitely a rule breaker. An outlier of sorts. There's still more than half of the lobby left alive here, and they already have 14 total kills. So they are looking extremely good. Oh, I've just been updated that Mobina is not the Ferg fan member. It's a different Mobina. Unfortunate. Iran Custom is back in the game. He does have what I think is an Argus in his hand, along with an AR. Let me check what AR is he using. The M4? Oh, I personally would never use the M4 in a Battle Royale tournament. But I think he's just using whatever he can get his hands on, because he barely got back into the match there thanks to his teammate. And now the teammate that revived them all is also getting revived. However, I'm more curious about what Dusty's up to here, as he's getting in gunfights along with another team. Shots are going to go down. He's not going to take them on that other player, though. He's already got one knock so far. It looks like 2 of his teammates are also knocked. Kinjutsu being one of them from Eternity Esports. It looks like they're going to go ahead and get a revive on one of their players, so it's going to be a 2v4 situation, which is definitely not good for Dusty and the boys from Eternity. Rotating out and using the store to their advantage. It looks like a gas station. I've never heard of team number 20, but if you want to know their name, it is the Sleep Team, ZZZ Team. We're just going to call them Z Team for short. Oh, he sees him. Shots go down. He's getting shot from behind. However, can Dusty turn on this player? It doesn't look likely. He's going to get knocked here. Now they're only down to one final teammate. No shields left. He needs to get out of that situation if he wants to stand a chance. He does get another plate. But unfortunately, they know that he's in here. And it looks like Iran Custom also gets knocked there and eliminated. They know he's inside. This is not looking good for him. Oh, dear. All they need to do is throw a couple nades in there, and he gets knocked! Luckily for them, Supra comes back just in time for the revive flight. So they're still alive by their whiskers. Oh, my God. So lucky. Holy. Barely survived there. Good job from him. However, let's go on to teams that have a little bit more firepower, being the Inner rosters. Inner Legendary still up with 3 players. It looks like their 4th is coming back as well, along with Inner Fury, also still alive. These are my 2 picks for people to qualify straight into the finals. Both of these teams, I think, will make it through. However, they could be caught off guard by Dusty's team if they are able to do something, but it doesn't look likely. I believe the team that they're fighting right here is Inner Strangers. There's 3 different Inner teams here. As another team gets eliminated. Only 11 left in game number 1. Smoke bomber in hand, so this isn't sus at all from Eames. You see him through the smoke with that smoke wall hack. Shots are going to go down by that other Inner team. No knocks, thankfully. However, Inner Matador, from what I can say, the Legendary team has just got another knock. So all 3 of those Inner teams are right beside each other for a period of time, and they're all still alive, I believe. Actually, I think Strangers may be out. I don't see them on the team list anymore. Matador able to stay alive here. They've got 18 kills on the board for game number 1. They are looking fantastic. Now, only 32 people left. It looks like there's no revive flights, apparently, because everyone's got X. Oh, aces over their names if they're dead. Shots go down. Not able to kill any of them. Gonna rotate into the zone here. They have a lot of kills, 13 kills, and Matador's last alive on the other roster Legendary with 18. He just needs to stay alive for as long as possible here. He still doesn't have any placement points. There's a lot of solos and duos roping around here. A lot of duos indeed, actually. The majority of teams left are duos. Looks like they spotted another player. There's a lot of different teams still alive that I've never heard of. So these guys clearly came from the community registrations. This is their first time ever playing in a tournament or a cup that I've hosted personally. So I'm excited to see how well they do. Looks like Supra's the last alive still for Eternity Esports. A terrible performance from them on game number 1. Team 17 are known as Ultra. And they have 14 kills. Still 4 players left. There comes 16 kills their way as well. They might get third party here from the front. Shots are going to go down. Eric's going to be able to pick off Reflex. That was the last player on that roster. Now with only 9 teams alive, they are looking absolutely splendid. Using the Holy Father skin, Eric must be a fan. Paying respect to the biggest Filipino COD Mobile creator. We always love that when they use creator skins. Hudson getting knocked there by MVP. Where was that onto? Across the map. Wow, so Hudson getting eliminated by MVP. This is the MVP that I know, the OG one. He's actually very good at the game, and that was interesting. He is spraying through the smoke like a normal person. So nothing to go off on there. Rotating into the zone. 19 kills on the board for this team. Team number 17. Ultra. Supra's still alive. He spotted Matador over there. Matador has way more kills than Supra's team does, however. Shots are trying to get going down here, but it's not going to look likely for Supra, as I think this person's probably going to die outside of the zone here, as Matador's taking them down. 19 kills on the board for Matador. He does have Trickster to stay alive for as long as possible, but he is getting Maywalt magged from the side, and he's going to go down by revealing his position, which leaves Supra alive for a little bit longer, but they're also going to fall in that 6th place. Not getting any more placement points for that, unfortunately, because 6th place still gets 2. More and more shots going down in the way of team number 17, being Ultra. 21 total kills. They're the highest fragging team in the competition so far, and I think they might finish 1st place overall in terms of points, thanks to how many kills they have. A weird angle there. He didn't hit any shots either. Surprised by that, but they know there's another player behind that rock, and they're probably going to be able to take him down, but the kill comes through from another team. Only 4 left now. Speaking of 4, there's 2 teams with 4 players. Team number 20, the Z team, are probably going to get eliminated here because they cannot rotate into the zone fast enough. Amaya goes down, and it looks like Anders is going to follow. It's going to go in the way of Team 17, Ultra. Take the first game with a bunch of kills, might I add. I think they're going to be at around 23 to 24 total kills, which is an extreme amount considering it's game number 1. And usually, historically, game 1s don't actually grant any teams an exorbitant amount of kills simply because people are usually nervous. Maybe these guys are coming in here with their experience and think they can just wipe the lobby, so they come a little bit more confident. They do get 26 total kills, which is going to give them 36 total points. Keep in mind, yesterday, the highest points, I believe, after game 1 was like 21 points. And in this qualifier, the highest points after game 1 is literally 36. So that's a vastly different first game than what we're used to seeing, especially in the qualifiers of the Challenger Cup and even the Contender Cup from last week. Team 2 only got 6 kills there, so they're only going to be able to grant themselves 13 points, and will probably get overtaken by other teams with more kills but less placement that we've seen earlier in the competition, like the inner teams, especially the inner team right below them, team 2 being Inner Fury. They're going to get a bunch of different, a bunch more points than them. They're getting 13 kills and a 4th place finish, so they're probably going to get around, I believe that's 17 points, so they'll definitely go up quite a lot here as well. I think they might even go above team that finished 3rd here, team number 24, which is of course TPAB. I believe the current scoring would suggest that Ultra are 1st and Inner Fury are most likely 2nd. But don't let that distract you from Team 21. I'm surprised by their performance from Uncut Esport, specifically Envy. I've never seen a good Envy player on Battle Royale. Of course, there was an Envy Pro player in multiplayer, and he was one of the best players on the planet, at least in the North American side of things. As you can see, Dusty's team are able to secure a 6th place finish with a terrible kill count, so they're probably gonna barely be in the top 10. They might be 10th, or they might be 11th or 12th. Of course, we won't know if they're 11th or 12th. They'll just not be in our top 10 leaderboards, unfortunately. But that's a very bad performance from them when it comes to game number 1. They were only able to wipe the team off spawn, and they didn't do anything after that. As we go down, the team that finished 7th is Inner Legendary. Now, 7th place, they did get 19 kills, so they're also going to be in the top leaderboards as well. And I believe they might even take over the team that finished in 3rd place and possibly 2nd place there with that performance. I believe that it will be Team Ultra, followed by Team Fury, followed by Inner Legendary. So Inner Fury, Inner Legendary will be in either the sudden death or the finals qualifications. Going further down, you can see Team 14 got a lot of kills there with 7. And as we go further and further down, a couple of kills going around here. Yeah, they're quite split up, but none of these guys are going to get any ranked points out of placement, unfortunately, so they all have a disappointing performance for their first game, and it looks like it was actually quite top-heavy in the first match. I'm surprised by that. I thought it would be more spread out like it usually is, but I guess we do have a lot of outlier teams trying to feed off of the teams that may be registered late and don't really understand how competitive a Battle Royale tournament can be, especially if they're just coming from Legendary ranked with their buddies. And there's a big difference between Battle Royale tournaments and just playing Legendary ranked. There's a big difference between just getting random clips against noobs in Legendary and playing against the best players in the planet. And I think these teams are going to figure that out really quick if they're new to playing in a qualifier or even a tournament. All right, I believe we're good to go. Waiting for Madman to start up the lobby. There's only 99 people in here, so somebody must have accidentally backed out or they were kicked from the room for not being allowed in here. If you haven't already followed, make sure to do so. I appreciate that. We are hosting one more qualifier tomorrow, which is the sudden death for all the remaining players or all the remaining teams that finished 3rd to 4th. Also, later today, chat, not straight away after, but definitely a couple of hours after today's tournament qualifiers, I'm going to be streaming again on TikTok. Just trying to get every sniper ticked off my list. I think I picked the wrong time to do it. I think I should stream that 2 hours earlier in my day because when I play later at night, it is absolutely filled with tryhards. And I feel like if I played earlier in the day, I might not have to go against as many tryhards. Not gonna lie. Ultra is supposedly an Iranian team, so congratulations to them for representing their country for the first time in these qualifiers. Good job. Yeah, I think I will wake up earlier and stream earlier. I'm thinking maybe like 4 hours before now I'll start stream. I'll stream for 2 hours, then take a 2-hour break and we'll start the qualifiers. I think that's the way that we will do it, chat. But yeah, if you haven't already followed or subscribed, make sure to do so. We're closing in on 800k, believe it or not, I believe, on iFerg Live, which I'm surprised about. We've been gaining about 1,000 subscribers a week over there, which is slow compared to our TikTok, but still great. I'd love to get the iFerg Live channel to 1 million someday, so we might as well try it out. I think we'll get it this year, to be honest. I think there's enough potential for us to get to 1 million on iFerg Live, and then we'll probably get to 3 million on TikTok. That's what we're praying for, 3 million on TikTok. We're going for 3. We're at 1.7 now. 2025 goals up. Let's go, chat. Looks like 2 teams landed up on the platform, and one of them is going to chase after Reflex's teammate being Ottrid. Shot's going to go down. Like I said, the RAL LMG, you do not want to be caught in the fire of that when you land onto the map, because it's a very good ground loot weapon, especially with the big ass mag. However, it doesn't look like it's going good for Inner Legendary. We do get a knock onto one of the other opposing teams. However, they do have a player lost in the fray. Looks like they've rotated out of the position, so they should be able to get the dog tags back, and they're already scanned, so they're good to go. Inner Fury, on the other hand, has got Eames, Ali, Massa, and Chiz on it. They've got 2 kills as well, so starting off decent here for these guys. That is Cryptic up there. Or Cryptus. He has spotted them. What do you have to use here, buddy? You got the RAL LMG as well, along with an AK-117 Mythic, so he should be able to do some damage as he sees these players rotating across the road. Eames, I think, is going to go for him. He wants to get the loot from the bottom of that house, and Cryptus needs to stay prone or crouched, or Eames will see his footsteps. Now, he may go up. He's not. Little does he know he's barely getting away from dying right there. Eames lives to fight another day without being shot from the side or behind. Aegon, one of the players, I believe, from Africa, with his entire team here. I don't know who Config 1 and Config 4 are, but that sounds like some sort of cheat software, if you ask me. Not gonna lie. A little bit of a sus name. But Iran Custom's still alive, and it looks like they might be taking a fight against another roster here. I believe this is one of the biggest players from his country on Instagram. I don't really post on Instagram too much, but if you are a validated or a avid user of it, make sure to follow me over there, iFerg. I'm actually going to post an Instagram, like a photo, a grid post tomorrow with a bunch of different photos that we took throughout 2024, because I just never post on it. So I'm going to post a little photo, a couple of videos, maybe like that in a big post. So I know a lot of people are curious what I'm doing outside of this, and I just never give you guys any insight into my life anymore, which I feel kind of bad about. And I know Madman picks on me for it in chat, and he's like, you need to show everyone this and that. Especially when it comes to cars. I love cars. Outside of gaming, it's always been cars for me. Gaming or cars. Shots are going to go down. He does see him behind the wall here. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to kill him. Tatan able to knock Alpha, probably? Never mind. Alpha gets 10-tan. And the last player, Miguel, is going to rotate out of that situation. Alright. Top on board with some of the more known teams now, chat. As we see Eternity Esports have lost one of their players to a knock by Overpower Esports. He's trying to get up right there, but he's missing. And he's going to get that. Oh my god, did they just get eliminated?
Dog tags have been scanned successfully.
Eternity Esports, the team that made the finals, I believe, last week, have been eliminated at the start of today's Game 2. Not only that, they have very few points after Game 1 as well. Keep in mind, it is a Game 7 series, so they still do have 5 matches to make up for that, but I mean, god damn, what a terrible performance from these guys. If I'm being honest, I'm glad I didn't put them in my top 2 today, because with that new roster, they might play a little bit different, and it looks like that's exactly what's happening, as they fall very early. Speaking of other players that are going to be falling early, Iran Custom does get knocked and eliminated again. I'm not sure if that team's going to push them, but it looks likely, as it's an African pro team headed by Aegon, Config 1, Config 4, and Salam. Shot's going to go down here. Cody Real has seen one of them. Seen 2 of them. Aegon's going to be able to knock him right there. Transform shield goes down. They rotate out of that situation. Config 1 is going for the push straight off the bat there. Insane confidence, if I do say so myself. And now with only 1 player left, May Dad needs to get out of here if he wants their team to survive any longer. But it looks like they're going to get distracted by Ludger Game and TK. Config is getting some shots onto Mayor Dad. And I think this is going to be all she wrote for the Iranian team here. It's only him left, and they know he's under here. He's going to get shot right through the water. Config's able to take him down, and they are gone out of game number 2. An unfortunate performance from that team. However, let's hop on board with the inner roster, as I'm going to go ahead and pull up the game stats after game number 1. And like I previously said, Ultra are in the lead with 36 total points, which is a large amount after a first game. TikTok's going to get it first here. Up on your screen right now. And YouTube, you will get the updated scoreboard. There you go. So we got 36 points on the board from Ultra. Inner Legendary is still in qualifying position with 21 points. They've done it before, and they're going to try and do it again. Inner Fury with 17. T-Pab got 15. Uncut Esports 14. Z Team 13. And you can see Inner Strangers and Inner Royalty in 7th and 8th, along with Tango and CIC Mean finishing in 10th place. Unfortunately, those guys are not going to be top 10 anymore, as they've just been eliminated very early in this competition. I guess we have to hop on board with Ultra. I haven't seen too much of them in the competition thus far, but they did win that game, and if I can find them here, there they are. They have 2 players eliminated, no kills on the board, so they are having a very bad second game here after a juicy first game performance with a 36-point game. Mods, can we make sure that we add up like the biggest games that we see in the days of qualifiers? I remember Ackman's team currently holds the record. I think it was of 43 total points, and they won with 33 kills. So they got a 43-point game. And the X team, they got high 30s as well. Let's make a leaderboard chat where we can follow everyone that gets over like 36 points in a game. So when we host the finals, we can bring them up onto the YouTube screen and basically go through it all with graphics on the screen and give people a little bit more info to work with when it comes to knowing how good some of these teams are, especially in the qualifiers. Unfortunately, TikTok just won't be able to have that privilege because their platform just crashes when I try to do like really high-end stuff like that. But we can definitely show it on the YouTube finals day on the screen. Things like the most frags of any player in the qualifiers, the most frags of any team would be a really good stat to have. Obviously, the most points in one singular game, the most frags in one singular game, which is currently owned by Panchito with 14. And stats like that, mods, I would love to see that we could bring into the finals. For sure, I think that would really add like a layer of depth to the tournaments that pretty much no other COD Mobile tournaments really have. Especially for Battle Royale. I don't even think the main COD Championship does that, where they follow stuff, like cool stats like that. And those are the kind of stats that I love to see. I love to see who's the biggest fragger, what team are getting the most kills, what team are getting the least kills that qualified, what team survived the longest on average. That would be a crazy stat. Might be hard to get that one, but that would be an insane stat. I think we'll have to do that on the Champions Cup. Maybe not on this one. That's a bit... you would need a lot of time for that. I just think that stats would really help paint a picture for people watching. Of course, TikTok, I'll still like say what the stats are. You just won't be able to see them on screen on the finals, but YouTube will definitely be able to have them on the screen because we'll go between each different scene and look at them. Going back on board with Ultra here, they got all 4 of their players back, but still 0 kills. They don't have any placement points so far either. 15 teams still alive for now, so they're not looking good on this game too. I still think they're in the lead, however. If we go over to Inner, Legendary, and Fury, they don't have enough kills to catch them at all. So they definitely are still in the lead after this second game. We're about to get into the second half of the second game as well. And it looks like Teve is trying to get some snipes onto the other roster. This is a weird gun to use. I'm not really a fan of the Rytech at all in BR. It's just something the way the hit once you shoot the shot, right, your recoil goes down too slowly, in my opinion, for it to be used as a viable option for a sniper. I'd much rather use the HDR. I think that the recoil comes down a lot quicker. And it recenters way faster. And the Rytech feels slow, heavy, old, clunky. It doesn't feel natural to me to use the Rytech. So I'm surprised for him to be putting that on. He does have a special scope on it, so maybe he just likes that particular scope, the Rytech scope that you can use. And that's why he's using it in general. There's 5 kills here on the board for Inner Fury. I actually didn't realize that the Inner Royalty were in here as well. So we got 4 different Inner teams in the same qualifiers. It would be quite something to see them get number 1 through 4 in the leaderboards here at the end of today's qualifiers. That would be something to behold, if I do say so myself. We got Inner Legendary, Inner Fury, Inner Strangers, and Inner Royalty. They all signed up for registrations at the same time. They must have all got in a group chat and said, let's all go in the same same qualifiers to see if we can play against each other and to see who is the ultimate Inner team. Shots are going down. I don't think they're going to be able to take out that team, however. Aegon, another team from Africa, still alive in this competition, however. Aegon able to take down one. He might get flanked here from the side. Never mind, that's his teammate, and it looks like the other guys have ran away from him. SMRS in hand, not able to connect here. Barbosa is chilling behind the rock, and it looks like he has his teammates right beside him. Config 1 over to the right. Where's Config 4? Right in the middle, and Aegon on the left side. So they're split up perfectly here to get over and across this rock. And make sure that they secure the kill. There it goes. Barbosa is dead, but it looks like the team that we're playing against have split up completely, going 2 different ways. It's AE, team number 6. Also known as AJOC Esports. They're going to get out of that situation for now, as it seems like Matador only has 2 players left. Oh, it's an Inner versus Inner fight here. They're able to get the trades down. Inner Matador still alive now. Only Ali on the team of Inner Fury. Never mind, he gets knocked just in time for Eames to get revived. If Ali got knocked a second sooner, Eames wouldn't have been able to come back into the match, and Inner Fury would have been eliminated from this game. But luckily for them, he's going to be able to come in, and I don't know what he's doing. Oh my god, he's landing on him. Ali gets back up as well. What the hell? How did Ali get revived there? I thought he got knocked on the screen, but unfortunately he came back, and it looks like they were able to eliminate Inner Legendary. What the hell was that? I swear I seen Ali get knocked.
Dog tags have been scanned successfully.
Chat? Did y'all not see Ali get knocked on the kill feed? Maybe it said Ali knocked down instead of he getting knocked. Either way, Inner Legendary are out, and Inner Fury lived to survive another day. So, unfortunately for the Legendary team, they're going to be going down that leaderboard. They were second. Ooh, nice snipe. Another one comes down. He's not able to hit him again. Ooh, Ames blows up the car, getting the team wiped. And now there's only 11 teams left in this game, which means that the next team to die won't get any placement points, but the team after that will secure themselves 2 up until the 6th place. And then 5th place will get 3 points. 4th place gets 4 points. 3rd gets 5, I believe. 2nd gets 3, and 1st gets 10 placement points, if you're just joining the stream. Aegon's team still alive here with a lot of kills. 12 on the board so far for these guys. They didn't have too crazy of a first game, but it looks like their second game is going a lot better. And if we can find them again, we will check out the other Inner roster. They have 6 kills too. But the team we really need to look in at are Ultra. 36 points after game 1, and they've only secured 4 points in game 2 so far with their placement and kills combined. So a disappointing game 2 right now for them. However, if they do survive long enough, they will be in a decent spot. Remember, all you really need to do if you want to qualify straight into the finals is average out about 18 to 19 points. You know what? That's another stat. I want to get that stat too. Mods. Judging based off the people that qualify straight into the finals, I want you to average out their averages, point placements or points gained per game, so that we can give an accurate number of what on average points you need per game to qualify straight into the finals, and on average what you need to qualify into the sudden death. I would love that stat. That stat would be amazing. We need to get that stat for a Game 7 series. Obviously we can only do it from this week's qualifiers. It's just another one of those stats that I'd love to know. Like, is it going to be 18.5 points on average they need per game over the 7-game series to qualify straight into the finals? Like, I don't know, but I know it's somewhere around there. I don't know what's in specific, but it is somewhere between 18 and 19 points. They need to get out of that chopper right now or they're going to get killed. Ultra not in a good spot here. They do have 4 kills now, however. Vice got wiped, unfortunately, says Sono Jr. Yep, they did. Oh my god, who is this?
Airdrop has been delivered.
Who is this?
Airdrop has been delivered.
I've never heard of Legendowski before today. Is that Sabruski?
Nah, surely it's not Sabruski. Is it like a... Chat, who is this? He's got 10 kills. Well, Bina, I'm sorry, by the way. I thought that that was you from Ferg earlier, but it's not. Man told me it wasn't you. I've never heard of Legendowski. He does have a pretty, like, try-hard name like Sabruski. It is up there. I don't think it is Serb, though. I don't think it's Serb. However, he isn't going to be able to land any shots here. It looks like he's firing straight onto Aegon's team across the map. This team is Team 12, and they are known as Silabot. They've named themselves after one of the players on the team. Shots go down onto Salam, but he's not able to land any of them again. Legendowski, as soon as we watch you, you start doing bad, brother? I need you to pick up the game here. We see that you have 10 kills, double-digit kills. This early in the game, there's still 26 people alive. He could go for the record here with 14 from Panchito. Shots go down. He's able to knock another one. Can he get the full kill? Yes, he can. 11 kills in the way of Legendowski here. Aegon's still alive outside the zone. He's just trying to stay up for as long as possible. It looks like they're going to be fighting inner here again. Unfortunately, Gods is going to rotate from behind, get the third party, and Legendowski is not going to break the record of 14. He's going to end up this game with 11. Still a great performance from him. No more revive flights able to come down. Aegon just trying to make it into the zone, as well as Salam. Salam comes in. He's able to get a 10th kill. Masa goes down. Aegon barely makes it into the zone as well. They're in behind inner here. It looks like it's Inner Fury right in front of him. They could go for a pick here. Salam, another player that I don't really know too much about, with double-digit kills. It's definitely a great performance coming from him right now. Getting another armor plate, that is absolutely needed, as he only has 2 right now. Aegon able to get a kill and 2 knocks onto Inner. Can he get the third? No way! Aegon takes down the Inner roster by himself, single-handedly, securing 3 more kill points and placement points for his team. He needs to get out of that situation, however, as there is a team behind him. It's not looking good. Smoke Bomber needs to go down. Is he going to play it? Yes, he is. This is a good team behind him. He's in a tricky spot here. There's no way he 1v3s this team too. I doubt it. They're going to push him at the same time, unfortunately, and he's probably going to get knocked here. Yes, he is. That's an unlucky situation to be in, Aegon, but what a play by the African himself, securing 20 kills total for this team. Salam, the last player alive on the roster. They're looking good. 6th place. If they survive a little bit longer, they'll get more points for their placement. Another point will be added on to the total. Currently, they're sitting at 22 points overall. This is a perfect spot for him to be in. I believe he's just inside that zone right here. Just barely inside the next zone, so he can just chill here for now. I don't think anyone will disturb him because they'll be trying to get into the zone a little bit closer in, and they won't try and risk going into there. Oh, never mind. G1. They're going for it. They think that, oh, they've spotted him in here. They know that there's a player in here. Now with the misdirection, it looks like he's been called out, and Salam might be in a tricky spot here. He doesn't have a close range gun to work with. He has misdirection on as well, not Smoke Bomber. All 4 of the players are going to push in at once, and he's going to get eliminated instantly. Unfortunately, not getting any more points on the board for the team. That was unlucky, to say the least. And it looks like G1 are going to take that spot in the zone, which is surprising. I didn't think they would push in there, but maybe they looked at the map and decided it was the best place for them to go, which it definitely is. So they are a team that is aware of their surroundings, especially when it comes to zone rotations. A team I've never seen before. Shots are going to go down onto Lethal right here. It looks like he's probably going to get eliminated. However, Scylla is still alive. We look on to them. They get knocked instantly. So they're completely out. And it looks like it's a bunch of different teams we don't know. However, Ultra have made their way into the final zone again with 4 players. They are in the best position to win this game. It looks like it's a 4v4v3, possibly. 4v4v3 is exactly what it is. G1, a team we've never heard of before, making their name heard and known here. Third party coming in from the side of Ultra. If they win this game, they're going to go back-to-back games winning, which it would be absolutely insane. Cluster Strike does go down on top of the house. I don't think that was the play there. He should have Cluster Strike the other team. Now he's going to blow himself up with his own Cluster Strike. Terrible performance from him here. Eric making the worst play known to man here, trying to blow himself up. There they go. Now it's a 4v4 situation. One of the players gets knocked. It's now a 3v4. Shots go down, and they're in a terrible position here. War Machine in hand of the other team. Transform Shield goes in. It is a 4v4 again, as they've all about to heal up here. Unfortunately, they do not have the zone going into the next rotation.
All 4 players are probably going to get eliminated here if I was to guess. Yes, they are. There's only 1 player left. Majesty up, and alive right now. Eric is pushing out, but he's going to die too. A wasted cluster strike is going to cost them this game, ladies and gentlemen. They are all going to get eliminated right in front of the other team. Majesty dies outside of the zone, and it all comes down to the main man himself, but he's going to get knocked, and there you have it. Ultra finished second, and the opposing team get first place. Ultra definitely underrated. They could have performed a back-to-back win there. I feel like that comes in the fault of Eric, who had the cluster strike. He should have cluster strike the house or the team outside of the house. Why would you cluster strike a team that's already inside the house? The cluster strike's not going to hit them. At least put it somewhere else in the map and make it useful instead of going after a team that is in a secure building. Doesn't make any sense. And in my opinion, if he had played that cluster strike over to his right-hand side and just took a guess anywhere else in the map, he could have taken an educated guess that the other team was down that divot, and he could have been able to do a lot of damage onto them and hold them back for a little bit longer, but he failed, and I'm going to say that they didn't win that game because of that play right there. Unfortunately, Eric, I'm putting you on blast because I put everyone on blast when I see them make a mistake. Either way, G1, 13 kills and a win. This is much more what we're used to seeing, where the kills are more spread out. However, Aegon's team did perform absolutely sensational. They are able to grant themselves 22 total points after that second game in just 1 match, which is a lot of points to grant themselves. However, Ultra still going to be in the lead here. What was that? A money gun. What's up, Anonym? Thank you very much, man, for the money gun. However, Majesty, Eric, Demures, Clinton, and MVP, I believe, are still going to be extending their lead by quite a distance, considering the Inner Legendary dropped out very early on in that game. And if we look for Inner Fury here, I don't see them. And there they are right there. They finished in 8th place. They did get a couple of kills here, securing themselves 14 points total. Ultra are going to extend their lead an insane amount, like an absolutely absurd amount. Inner Fury are going to go to 31 total points. But Ultra, with that performance, an 11th place second, an 11 kills second place finish, they've got 18 points off of that game alone, which is going to bring them up to 54 points, which means they're already 20 points ahead of the next best team. The next best team, they're already so far ahead of them with that 18-point performance there in their second game, which is around like your average that you need in order to qualify straight into the finals, or actually I should say finish first place. I'm curious if Madnan sends me over the average needed, because it wouldn't be that hard to find out, Madnan, would it? The average needed for to qualify. If we just look at the scoreboards, Madnan, from day 1, 2, 3, and 4, we can figure out the average needed to place first, the average needed to qualify straight into the finals, and then the average needed to be in the sudden death. I think you can figure that out pretty quick. Man, if you could do that, or any of the helpers could do that, that would be amazing. I would love to know that stat for sure. Figure out what you need to finish first in a qualifier, what you need to actually qualify into the finals, and then what you need to qualify into sudden death, which is tomorrow. The sudden death qualifiers are going to be hosted on the Friday, and then the finals are on the Saturday, chat. Also, if you didn't check out the TikTok that I posted, if you want to go check that out, I'd appreciate it. Just watch it back to back to back. Help it get loads of views. We love to see that. Like it, commenting on it if you want to play in the Champions Cup next week, or if you're a part of the current cup, which is the Challenger one for $5,000. And great performance again from Aegon's team. Team number 3. They're actually known as Main Team, based out of Africa. Superb games from them. I will give credit where credit is due. AE, I haven't really heard of these guys before. They're A-Jock, and they got 3rd place with 6 kills. So they're going to secure themselves some points there. Not too much. It's going to be about 11 points on the board for them. And Team 5 obviously just got absolutely obliterated. Only 1 kill point and a couple more placements. Legenduski, unfortunately, I didn't see him play a lot that game. We only seen him get 1 of his 11 kills, but 14 kills on the board with 5th place is not bad at all. So good job to those guys, but I think the best performance here out of that game was definitely Aegon, and then, of course, we've seen a good performance there from G1 as an entire team. Disappointing from all of the inner rosters, however. I will say that they're probably still in sudden death qualifiers region, and at least one of them will be, but some of them will be going down on that leaderboard for having a very poor performance in game number 2. Remember, there's 7 different games. And there's players from all over the world. We've got players from the Greenest server. We've got players from the Middle East. We've got players from Europe. We've got players from Africa. And we've got players from Latin America, North America, all over the world. Oceania play in these qualifiers, and they all are here today, and they have been here the entirety of the week. We don't discriminate against any country when we're hosting events on my YouTube channels or my TikTok. So any players from any country around the world, you're allowed to play in these events. All you need to do is sign up through the Discord. And we're going to go into game number 3 straight off the bat. The Caribbean, yeah, of course, Caribbean can play in them as well, Bumpy, absolutely. It doesn't matter what country you're from, man. You can play in them. I love all humans. I'm not a hater on any demographic or geographical location. Bruska. Where's North Korea? I will admit, there's no North Korean players. I'm not going to sit here and say to you guys that there's any players from North Korea, because there definitely is not. And it looks like this lobby is going to start as soon as possible. Wow, I've never seen a lobby start that fast, because everyone loaded in instantly. That is impressive. It looks like one of these teams are not going to have all of their players with them. Unfortunately, we do start the lobbies back to back. They're within 2 minutes of each other. The game 2 results will be with us in about a minute or so. Need Irish representation? We do, Gilmore. I will admit, being Irish myself, there is a lack of Irish representation in these kind of events, but to be honest, like, if I'm the host, then there's definitely a big representation, you know what I mean? Just as far as the players are concerned, there isn't a lot of, like, really good Irish players. Oh, interesting, Fulcrum. Fulcrum's stream is supposedly down, Mr. Insanity said. There's somebody at my door, but unfortunately I can't answer it because I'm streaming this qualifier. We'll hop on board over to Ultra. We're back onto Blackout. Remember, it's 4 Blackout maps, 3 isolated. We need Chinese players? I'm not sure if they would play. I don't know. I don't know. Ultra do land in. Speaking a little bit quieter because I don't want my delivery guy to think that I'm actually in my house and that I'm ignoring him. I'm not. I know he's there. I just don't want to leave the stream because I need to be professional. I guess it is a qualifier, so I could go answer the door, but I would definitely never answer the door in the finals. That's for sure. Adder's able to get a knock right there. Ultra in a little bit of a battle. These guys are in between 2 different teams. Demures, Clinton does knock Luger. It is Parcel Force. Interesting. 1 point straight off the bat in favor of Ultra. Let's go ahead and hop on to Eternity Esports, however, as they have been in a terrible position this entire qualifier. I've just been giving the updated results. I will put them on your screen right now, chat. YouTube's going to get them first because TikTok got them first last game. YouTube, there you go. TikTok, you're up next. Don't you worry. There you are, TikTok. If we go through these results, you can see the Ultra are on 54 points, like I said. Inner Fury on 31 as well. So they're actually extending their lead by about 23 total points. Inner Fury getting a little bit more than Legendary. And they finally passed them up. Fury in a qualification spot. Legendary looking like they're going to sudden death. They're actually tied after G1 won the last game, both on 28 points. Your main team is right behind them with 26. And they looked like they got 0 points in game 1 and got all 26 of their points pretty much in game number 2 there. So it shows that there is a way to make a comeback, especially since we've got tags enabled and not auto-revive flight. Players coming in right through the door, and Mendez is going to get knocked along with Manny. But the third party might come in here. And if the third party does come in, it's going to be very difficult for them to get out of that situation. They know that they're around here. It's Julio and the boys. NT is going to go down here along with Supra, getting eliminated instantly. They've rushed right inside. Kenjutsu now the last alive on his team. There's a player that sees him right from behind here. He's in a terrible position. If they die early this game, Eternity Esports has no chance of going to the finals. They might still get to the frickin' sudden death qualifiers, but the finals, after 3 games like this, these guys might go into the washed category. I must admit, chat, they are doing absolutely woeful. And the wash category seems to be what it is. Shots are going to go down and he is going to get eliminated. Eternity Esports, an absolute travesty on the day. These guys are officially washed in my book. After 3 games, they're going to get about 10 points total. Embarrassing performance. Absolutely embarrassing. As we'll go ahead on back to Ultra. They've got 4 kills on the board. Straight off the bat for this game. Shots are going down mid-air here. Not able to kill that player just yet as the cluster nade goes down. It seems like this player is called Broken. Trying to do some broken movement here. Not going to happen. MVP takes him down with the shotgun. Aim over movement, chat. You know how I feel about that topic. Especially when it comes to the best players in the world. The best players in the world will just be able to hit you while you're moving around. We'll go over to Inner now, as we have seen them do good in the past qualifiers, qualify for the finals of the Contenders Cup, and now they're trying to qualify for the finals of the Challengers. 8 kills in the board total for them. Inner Legendary. Going over to Inner Fury, they only have 1. So it looks like Legendary has taken over Fury on the leaderboards in the midst of this game. One other player's knocked here. I think they'll be fine, though. It looks like Smoke's going to get shot from behind, thanks to Massa. And that team should be wiped as they have 4 kills. Hopping on board with Aegon. No kills on the chart for them. In game number 3 here. Iran Custom does have a couple more kills, though. 4 kills. Love to see it. As you look down to the bottom of the scoreboard, you'll be able to see Iran Royalty is on it. Syllabot is number 6th. Inner Strangers still in the top 10. Uncut Esports 9th. And TPAB fall to 10th with 15 total points. It's nice to see an Iranian team up there in the top 10 so far. They could have a good performance here and push themselves even further up. I would love to see Aegon from Africa qualify. There's not too many African teams that have qualified so far into the finals. In fact, I don't think anyone has qualified from the qualifiers straight to the finals with only African players. Iran Custom getting some heals from his teammate. I don't think he realizes there's actually a guy up here. King Clout. Chilling on top of the ship. He doesn't have anything. Yes, he does have something. He has a kilo combined with an FFAR. He's just going to try and stay alive here as the Iranian team are going for the loot. As we open up the map, you can see that they are way far outside the zone, so they're going to need to get rotating and get a good spot sometime soon. Good amount of kills on the board for this early in the game, however. They got 4 kills. A lot of teams look like they're dying out instantly. Right there. Hopping on board, however, with Julio. They were able to eliminate Eternity. This is what they needed. They have a disappointing first 2 games, and now they're doing a little bit better. Team number 9 is Tango Faye. Alright, chat. So Madnan has sent me the averages. Interesting. Good intel from you, Madnan. I appreciate it. So if you want to win... Madnan, divide that by 7. Divide all of those by 7. All of those scores by 7 to give us an average points per match. However, keep that message on the screen as well because I want to see both of them. If you want to win on average for a qualifier, you need to get 145 points. If you want to place second and qualify your way straight into the Saturday qualifiers, you need to on average get 130 total points in a 7-game series. If you want to qualify for sudden death, you need to get 93 points, which isn't that hard to do in a 7-game series. 93 points is not that much over the course of 7 games. You're really not averaging too many points here. However, now, it looks like Arc Julio and the boys from team number 9 are going to be going straight for their loadout. They're known as Tango Faye or Tango Faye. These guys might be Latin American or at least Spanish, to say the least. With a name like that. However, still a bot. Not a good performance here. Legenduski is already eliminated. They only have 3 kills on the board and 2 players alive. Not even the revive flights are coming in for them right now. Uh-oh. Another bad performance here from Ultra. Only 1 of their guys are left alive here. None of them coming back in that revive flight. That is not looking good. They do have 9 kills, however, so a lot of kills here. He's going to try and stay alive. However, Eames is also in a fight with Julio. Julio able to take him down. Ali's also going to take down another. This team is coming out of nowhere right now. Team number 9, Tango. We've never seen them before. Chiz is able to take down Ross. I do recognize Ross Kid's name from the AG team. We've seen AG Fund, I believe, earlier in the week do a lot of work. Chiz is going to get spotted here by Julio, and that's them eliminated. Oh my god. Dare I say it. Are Tango Faye a little bit underrated here, ladies and gentlemen, with 12 kills? They might be the top fragging team so far if it wasn't for Inner Legendary with 13. Fury gets eliminated from this game and they're going to fall down. We now have the averages per game, chat. What you need to get per game in order to qualify into the finals. If you want to finish first place in a qualifier, you need to get 20.7 points. If you want to finish first. If you want to just qualify into the finals, you need to be on average getting 18.5 points, which was about what I guessed. 18.5. However, if you want to get into the sudden death qualifiers and have a chance to qualify for the finals through sudden death, you're going to need to get on average 13.3 points per Game 7 series. Each match you need to get 13.3 points. I think the The biggest indicator of a good team is if they average over 20 points per game, because that's on average a win and 10 kills per game. 20 points per game is very, very dominant.
Almost ready.
I don't foresee us seeing something like that in the finals this season, just because there's a lot more good teams making it to the finals now, as opposed to before. I think contenders had a lot of like teams that weren't really as good because not as many teams were qualified up for it, whereas now literally every good team in the world is trying to play in these qualifiers, and we are seeing it here with the skill that they have through the movement and the mechanics along with the game knowledge, all combines to make really, really interesting fights. Speaking of something interesting, however, Iran's team is still alive, all 4 up. They don't have any more kills though. They haven't fought anyone else since we last watched them, which is kind of disappointing. I would love to see them get more kills. However, as I just went off their team, they started getting them.
Ready for upgrade.
And it was meh, getting a knock straight onto the Hudson team across the way. Will they interact with them, or will they not? That's the question. Ooh! Murdad. Another knock on the board onto Cryptus. This is a bad fight to take, I think, though, if he doesn't land that nade. They need to put it through the windows. He's out in the open here. Could wreak havoc for them. He's not able to get that confirmation on the kill on the Cryptus, which is unfortunate. However, they do have 5 kills now, which is great. Going up the kill total, I would love to see them do a little bit better here. We've seen Ajok before as well. They did finish pretty good last game, but they didn't go too far up those rankings. In fact, they didn't even get into the top 10 off of their performance last game, finishing 3rd. Not enough points after game number 2. However, this is game number 3. We were playing 4 blackout maps and 3 isolated. It will be the same in the finals. Legendary still alive here with 13. They haven't got any more kills since we last watched them. Aegon's team also alive. Very few kills going in the hands of them too, but Majesty is the last alive. 9 kills for the team. They have been looking exceptional today so far. Making his way up and around. Tevay from Legendary also able to get a kill here. I think he's going to stay alive for now. I don't know where his tags are, but he is on the cusp of the zone. So he's definitely not going to be playing into the middle of it just because he's only 1 player. However, let's hop back on board with Legendary here as they're also on the edge of the zone, getting another kill onto Nomi. And Mabaris also dying here. 15 total elims for game number 3 in the way of Inner Legendary here, chat. A phenomenal performance from them so far today. They might just catch up on the first place team if the first place team cannot get back their players, and it doesn't look likely as none of the tags have been picked up here. I'm not actually sure where the tags are. Is that a tag from his team? It could be. It is. He's able to get one of his players back. I'm not sure who that was there, but we'll see once the revive flight comes in. Which player are they going to get back here? It's going to be Eric, the player that we seen choke with the cluster strike last game. Don't know if that was a good choice. Well, I guess he really didn't have a choice. He just had to get one of them. At least they have 2 alive now instead of 1. Speaking of great teams, though, it looks like Legendowski is still alive here with 7 kills total for the team. The team name is Silabot. Salam able to get another one as well. A little knock on to buy. They should rush that, but it looks like they're going to get third party by the other side of the team. It's a little bit of a 2v2 split. One of their players is going to get knocked here. It's going to be Config 4. Third party could also come from behind, and that looks like it's going to be exactly what happens here as the crack goes in. Config 1 dies, and now they're in an interesting position. Config 4 still alive for now. Aegon still up as well. Able to get this full kill, hopefully, on Dubai here. Don't need to worry about too much. However, Inner Legendary could come in and third party easily if they decide to do so. They're not going to do it, though. 17 kills on the board for them. Still 12 teams left, so nobody's getting any placement points so far. Anyone who's died before this will get 0 for where they placed. Aegon has been spotted. Scott's going to go through the wall, but not going to hit any of them. What position do they have in zone? A terrible one at that. Inner Legendary, not really in a good spot here if they want to have a solid placement. They need to make their way into the zone a little bit more central. And it looks like Aegon's team are going to get back into the situation. They're going to be actually fighting Legend Ruski and the Silabot team. Only 5 kills on the board here. They need to rotate out of that situation and stay alive for as long as possible. If we hop back on board with them, the opposing team that they're actually fighting, they have a little bit more kills with 7. They haven't got anyone since we last watched them, and it looks like they're actually going to go for this push, maybe. Never mind, they're just using the smoke bomber as cover to get some loot. They're going to rotate into the zone as Jacob Shark picks up another with an FHJ on a knocked player.
Airdrop has been delivered.
8 kills total, and it looks like the Iranian team are also in a fight here.
Engaging the
Alpha
enemy.
picks up that kill, and now they have 8, along with another knock onto Inner Legendary. The Iranian team are targeting them hard here. Matador, last alive for his team. He needs to stay alive for as long as possible. They have 18 total kills in this matchup. A phenomenal performance from Legendary up until this point. And they're averaging out to qualify here with 18. They just need to survive until top 10, and they will average out at more than 20 points. Which is exactly what they want if they want to qualify. He's going to rotate out and into the zone, which is definitely what he wants to do. Firing range is not taken by any team really here. As we look onto it, literally nobody is in firing range, and there is the entire zone here. Literally the entire zone covers firing range, so a team definitely wants to go in there. I would argue that every single team wants to go in here and take a house right now, especially if they have a big roster. Speaking of big roster, Salam still has 4 alive on Aegon's team, team number 3. Of course, being your main team. They're able to revive their teammates. However, that Iranian team might target them here as they're trying to rotate into the zone. I would honestly argue that it's better to just go into firing range than to take this fight. As you can see, Iran Custom is going to get knocked right here. From the side by Salam. Through the smoke, I believe. Unless he's seen him around the side of that tree. He doesn't have a smoke bomber. Shot's going to come down from Aegon. He's able to confirm that kill on the board here. And it looks like Alpha's going to get shot right there through the door as he tries to take out somebody from behind. And I believe there's only 2 players left on this team. The knock comes in from Murdad, and they are going to stay alive for now. They should have did this at the start with all 4 of their players. Just go into firing range. There's nobody else really there. The next zone has been shown, so now it's only the edge of firing range still up. And I believe that COD Real has the best spot here with his teammate. If they had all 4 alive, they could take this trailer and just stay alive and target people moving into the zone. Matador's still alive here. He does get the 2 points for his placement. Now with 21 total points, they have secured the average, which would confirm them the lead if they averaged it out through all 7 games. However, Eric, you can see here, is still alive with his team, Ultra, and they have 11 kills on the board, so they're definitely doing good as well. Trying to move past the Omega Maywalt mic here to stay alive. Oh my god, I don't know what he was doing. Just running out in the open like that was crazy. MVP still alive along with Majesty, barely in the zone. Eric was by himself there, that's why he was doing it, trying to make his way back into the zone. Terrible, terrible position to be in, if I do say so myself, but at least his teammates are alive for now with 11 kills on the board and a top 10 finish confirmed for them. Legenduski able to pick up another. Matador still alive. Let's hop on board with Legenduski as they're fighting Config and your main team. Aegon gets fully killed by Scylla. Shot still going down here. I think Jacob could die. He does have smoke bomber though. Legenduski trying to get shots through the smoke onto Config. Not able to land any of them. He only has 29 health left. Full kill comes through hopefully here. Yes, it does. Now he needs to heal up. He should have stayed behind that wall for as long as he could. He went out of it too quickly now. In a bad spot out in the open with no armor. Luckily he gets that off just in time. Uses his snowboard to his advantage. Now rotating into the zone. We see Rossi Kid in here. Jacob Shark also following Legenduski's lead. Makes it in. Firing range is safe for now for these guys. 13 kills on the board. As it looks like Ultra have been eliminated from this game. Along with Matador just dying there as well. Overpower Esports still alive though. I think that Jacob and Legenduski might be able to do something in the way of getting more points here. Only 5 teams left remaining. The team with the best spot in the zone is obviously Tatan up there. They've got all 4 alive. If they don't win this game, it was an absolute choke by their roster. They have 4 alive and the best spot in the zone. Team 8 are trying to contest them for a good spot in zone, however, as well. Team 8 known as a Zeno Pita. I believe this is another Latin American roster. Jacob and Legenduski just need to use that cover that they have here. I wouldn't say that they should go up there because they're going to get targeted from the side. They should just use the fence down below them as cover, as they might get targeted from the side. Luckily the tree, if you look over here, the tree is actually blocking the view of a lot of those players, so they won't be able to see onto Legenduski or Jacob Shark, which is actually going to keep them alive for a little bit longer than expected. I thought they were going to die because of the way that they were holding that. Again, I still think that the best spot for them is the spot where I said, which is actually down here against this fence and using this rock as cover. So probably somewhere over here and then moving up this way instead of holding that tree, because now they're out in the open. As you can see, they're completely out in the open. They can get targeted by this team on the side, APOC. They can get targeted by the team right in front of them, but they may be able to third party here if they push through quick enough onto the AZ team. As Zeno Pita 4 players still up. Miguel is outside of the zone. He's going to get a knock onto Sentry. Can he get a second knock onto another player? We see him shooting from the side. He's going to get knocked instead. And Legendowski now in a very good spot to get a third party here. Unfortunately, he's going to get knocked and killed and eliminated. There's only 2 teams left. It's a 1v2 situation. Jacob Shark, last alive on his team. 13 kills in the way of that roster. He's going to get eliminated as well. And that's going to be all she wrote. Hudson's team able to win the game. Surprise, surprise. The team with the best position and the most players in the end game are able to win. That seems to be the way that these games go. It's the number one quality of a winning team is getting your 4-man roster into the end game. If you can get your 4-man roster in there, you're more than likely going to win the game. Let's pull up the stats, however, as the majority of their team are using Charlie. Team 21. They're known as Uncut Esports, getting 15 total kills, guaranteeing themselves 25 points off of that win. And Uncut Esports were at the bottom of the leaderboards before this. They were at 9th place. Now, with that 25-point win, they're going to go up to 42 total points. Will it be enough to bring them into the sudden death? I'm not too sure here, as Jacob's team as well, Syllabot, have also been doing very, very good alongside them. They were able to get 2nd place with 13 total kills. So that's a 20-point game performance there from those guys also. APOC, 3rd again. A little bit more kills this time. So they're going to be able to make their way into the top 10 after that as well. So they're doing a little bit more in the line of consistency as opposed to killing and fragging. But that's not a bad performance. 10 kills in a 3rd place finish. I mean, it's going to get you into sudden death qualifiers if you average that out. Will it get you into the finals? No. Unfortunately not. They're going to need to do a little bit more than that. Over par, another OP roster here, getting a couple of kills as well. They got 8 total. 5th place finish. AZ. We've seen these guys in the end game. They kind of choked there towards the end. They didn't look at Miguel outside of the zone. The smoke bomber player just wasn't looking over that way, and it's definitely a must to look everywhere when you're a smoke bomber through the smokes. He just wasn't paying attention. They get a couple of kills here as well with a total of 9. As we go down the leaderboard, you can see Julio's team. They actually finished with a lot of kills here. 6th place. They were able to get 16 total kills, and a 6th place finish is going to guarantee them 18 points. As we look on to team number 1, which is Inner Legendary, they had a very good performance in terms of kills, but luckily Matador was able to get them into the top 10 and secure them 2 more points, averaging out to be 21 points for that game alone. Inner Legendary are already up on the scoreboard right now, so they will probably, I believe they're going to finish that game with about 49 total points. They'll probably pass up Fury, if I had to guess. I accidentally just exited out of that. I didn't get to see where Fury actually ended up there, but I think they died quite early on to a couple of different teams that were getting third-partied. And I can't remember what team ended up taking them out, but they did die pretty early on. For sure. Yeah, so right now, chat, if we're going to go through it again, to place first, on average, you need 145 points in the qualifiers. If you want to place second, you need 130. Third is 109, and 4th is 93. That means 93 points on average to qualify into the sudden death, and 130 points on average in a Game 7 series to qualify into the finals directly. That's about 20.7 points per game if you want to win a qualifier stage, and about 13.3 points if you want to get into the sudden deaths. I would actually argue that that's not even that difficult to get into the sudden deaths. I feel like some good teams, if they just come together, really focus and lock in, they could get in. But obviously, the more teams that do that, the harder it will become, and the more those points will rise. You'll probably see that go up to 100 points on average in the future, especially as more and more teams come together and create super teams like you've seen from Ackman's roster, where they have Ackman, Lotex, Ackman, Lotex, Slayer, and Senior J. I said Loading there because Loading probably should have been on that team, but I guess Senior J was their 4th and final pickup over Loading, and maybe probably because Loading doesn't like to talk that much. Senior J also doesn't really talk that much either, but I think he speaks a little bit more than Loading, and that's probably why they prefer him over the Loading player. Not that Loading isn't one of the best players in the game, he definitely is, but it all really comes down to chemistry when it comes to Ackman and Lotex and Slayer. They just needed a good 4th, and they went for Senior J instead of Loading. Who knows? In the future, you might see a couple of roster changes there if they don't win the finals this week. They have already qualified, by the way, to the finals. They went through the qualifiers this season instead of going through the big creator route. Big creators obviously get a bye into the finals to go against the best community members. However, Ackman's team didn't want to do that. They wanted to practice, so they played the qualifiers, ended up winning their day, and we gave the big CC team slot to Balor's team instead. What was that? Yo, Soy Estella, thanks very much for the gem gun. I appreciate it.
Time for the mission. Get Get ready.
Thank you very much for the gym gun. Tribe Frags, we will be launching a new Tribe Frags channel very soon. It's actually not a new channel, it's one of my older channels we'll be launching it on, but it will be like a new reimagined version of Tribe Frags just because I'm no longer in Tribe anymore, and there's no reason for me to be on Tribe Frags, and they just don't do it anymore, it seems. The channel's just kind of collapsed. Well, at least now that I own the channel, the new one, it'll be launching on January 4th here, the same day as the finals, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Indeed. Inner Fury moving their way down. They're landing on top of a team here. It looks like it's Iran Custom. We're back onto isolated here for game number 4. Somebody might get executed. There's 3 different teams here landing. Fulcrum Shift also on and around this area. Alpha's right in front of him. Ames is looking for the first kill. He sees Med Dad. Shots go down. He's able to knock him. Can he get a second knock? No, he can't. He's going to die from behind from Iran Custom. Looks like a lot of different players are coming in here. Fulcrum shooting from behind. Shotgun goes down, 1 tap. He needs to get that kill confirmed, unless he wants somebody else to get it. Fulcrum Shift instantly dead at the start of this game. We've seen him before in these tournaments, and now he's here again. Inner's still alive for now. Trapmaster going down from Massa. It looks like Notion might be able to get this pick onto Ames, but he's not going to go for it. The Iran Custom team are also rotating out of that position as well. For now, they are alive. Inner Fury live to fight another day. Legendary, on the other hand, haven't even seen anyone this game so far. 3 kills on the board from Fury. Looking actually very good. Off the start, 3 kills, all 4 players alive. This is a great start for them. Iran Custom team, unfortunately, terrible start so far. No kills, and one of their players are still alive, or dead, with other ones still in the line of fire. Fulcrum's team are over here as well. Now, oh my god, there were 6 teams that landed here. So many fights are happening as Royal and Autred are trying to come in with Reflex to make something work. As we go down to the scoreboard here to see where Fulcrum are. Fulcrum and Baby Face, along with Michael, still alive. Notion did get knocked and full killed, unfortunately. And it looks like Scylla's team are on a very bad start as well. We'll hop over to Whip, Royal, and Autred because they're in a fight right now. And it looks like Royal's able to take down 1. But unfortunately, Autred's going to die from behind. And Royal's the last alive on his team with only 2 kills to their team's name. Transform Shield goes in. That was a really bad play. That's what you get for not having the experience, I guess, in a tournament setting. G1 alive. We haven't really seen too much of them since they won a game on Isolated last time. Another inner roster here. We can see 0 kills on the board for them as well. And it looks like the other Fury team are rushing straight in there to try and get even more kills. 7 on the board this early on in the game is an excruciating amount of kills for the other team to have to bear, because that's going to put Fury even further up on those leaderboards. Speaking of the leaderboards, however, chat, we're going to go ahead and update them right now on your screen. We'll do TikTok first because we did YouTube first last game. TikTok, there you go. Game 3 results are up there on your screen. And YouTube, we're coming to you right now, updating them on your screen at the same place where they always are. Looking at the results so far, Ultra's still in the lead by about 19 points. Closely followed is Uncut Esports right behind Legendary. Inner Legendary, that is. 49 points and 42 points apiece for both of those teams. So the top 2 to 4 are not safe. Actually, I would argue the top 2 to... I want to say the top 2 to even, yeah, the entire top 10 is not safe at all. There's less than 20 points in the top 10 from 3 to 10 is very close. An extremely close situation for them. Ultra obviously have a vastly larger lead, similar to what we've seen from OG yesterday, a team that I also didn't know. They're cooking up a storm here. Inner Legendary, about where we kind of expected them to be. We expected them to qualify straight into the finals. And Inner Fury are slacking quite significantly here compared to Ultra. I thought the Inner Legendary and Fury, sorry, would qualify. But Ultra being our dark horse team for the day, it looks like they're going to take their spot. Especially with that kind of lead. There's 19 points difference between Legendary and Ultra. And between Legendary... Actually, between Uncut Esports and Main... CIC Main, there's also 19 points. But there's a lot more teams in between those than there is in between the first and the second place. So it is a bloodbath right now. We haven't really got a standout top 4 or even top 6. They're all so close together. I will say that if Legendary have a good performance here, they will secure a little bit of a lead, but it doesn't look likely as Fury are cooking in this game, and it looks like they find Iran.
Engaging the enemy.
Iran Custom gonna go ahead and get knocked right there, unfortunately for him. He does still have teammates alive, though. A few of their guys still up, but they are getting 0 points so far. As his team leader dies, Alpha looking for a play here. Gonna try and get into the car, but he's getting shot from behind. Who is third-partying him now? This was a terrible place for them to drop. There were so many teams that landed here. Honestly, if you weren't a good fighting team off the drop and you didn't get some guns, you were in a bad way. It looks like Cody or COD Real is going to be able to pick off Iran's Customs tag. Legendary still alive for now. Only 5 kills, though. Whereas Fury has 10. Going back on board with Aegon, he's from your main team, who have 38 points so far. They've had a couple of interesting games so far. One really good one. It seems like that really good one literally got them 36 of their 38 points. Something crazy like that. Actually, 26, I think. Moving into the zone here, they've spotted G1. G1 are still on the leaderboard, unfortunately in the 7th place position. They're going to have to hop out here, get the knock straight onto one of the G1 players, but a knock and a retaliation kill, a revenge, a trade comes through. Salim is also dead, and it's now down to Config. He's the last guy alive on his team. Config 4. They got ambushed from the side. They've got 9 kills, however. They need to get more if they want to stand a chance of qualifying into either sudden death or the finals. I think a third party did come in there at the end, towards the end of that fight. If we hop on board with G1. Yes, it is. The Overpower Esports team are there, ready to get a third party fight enabled. G1 Keel has just went around the side of them. Luckily, he got away. Noob is also still alive along with Mackie, and it looks like there was a 4th party situation as well. 2 different teams took that fight. I see Eternity Esports finally on the kill feed, not in the way of dying though. They're actually getting kills this time, so we'll hop on board with them and see what they're up to. Only 3 total kills for this team. They need an absolute miracle to even hop on the scoreboard, let alone get into the sudden death qualifiers. They have had a disastrous day so far. Absolutely awful. I would say they're far past embarrassment at this point. NT dies as well. Now only Dusty and Kinjitsu alive. Looking for Joe. Don't know where he's at here. Kinjitsu has been spotted. He probably could turn on Joe. I don't think Joe has the best mechanics or gunfight capabilities, so he could probably take him down in a 1v1 pretty easily. I mean, I don't really play as much as I used to, and I'd still be confident taking that fight with Joe Lethal on the other side of it. He's more of a sprayer-prayer rather than a locked-in straight sharpshooter. Whereas I'm more of a sharpshooter when it comes to tournament settings. I don't like to shoot unless I know I'm going to get the kill. Titan, right in front of this. What the frick? What are you doing? No wonder we're not watching you, Team 23. What was that? These players did win last game. Team 21. Also known as Uncut. Man, send me the team list again. It's way further up. There we go. W. Uncut Esports. All 4 of their players are up. I don't... Oh, yeah, they are. They are in sudden death. Wow, okay. I was looking at a... Wow, Uncut are in sudden death. That's really surprising with 42 points. I was looking at the different scoreboard there for a second. I was looking at Fury. Yeah, okay. Gotta close those out. Damn. Fury did drop down to number 6. That's bad for them. They're gonna need a big push when it comes to the rest of these games if they want to get into the finals straight up. Especially with that lead that Ultra has. Speaking of Ultra, let's see where they are in the map. They're still alive, only 1 kills. It seemed like they have went from ultra aggressive to ultra passive and keep the team alive. After that 36 point performance that we've seen from them on the first game, they've decided and opted to go for less kills and just placement. I think they're just trying to get the average, to be honest, of about 20 points per game now. As Clinton does get another pick off onto RTT Nikio. Madrid also falls. Now getting a little bit more kills. They have 4 on the board. Alpha is behind them here from the Iranian Customs team. Nades are going to come down. Is it going to land? No, it's not. He's going to kill Alpha instantly here, trying to get some tags. Not going to happen, buddy. 5 kills on the board now for Ultra. Again, in a good position. you look at the map, they're in the zone. This team's going to jump out of the helicopter, and now they're going to be in a bit of a dogfight here. It's Reflex, Royal, Ottrid, and Whip. We've seen these guys fight here before. They landed here earlier against the Iranian Customs team. A little bit all over the place here. We'll hop on board with Eric as he is in the front lines right now, along with Demurs. Lennon's going to rotate back using the snowboard. Good movement there. He needs to heal up or whatever he's trying to do here to get out of that situation. Royal does have a flank on them as well. I think that's why they're rotating around, because Royal could shoot them from behind here. As you can see, he's further over to the side, whereas Ottrid is in front, along with Whip, and Reflex is also straight ahead. Wow, a cluster nade goes in? I don't know who that killed there. It was Ali. Hold up a second.
Engaging the enemies.
They are getting third-partied. Ali was able to kick down too, but the third-party play by Inner Fury. Luckily, that other team got out of that situation just in time before the fights really came in here. In the way of Ultra, they seen the third party and they decided we need to get out of here before we get absolutely obliterated by two different teams, and that's exactly what they did. They rotated back and they stayed alive. Inner Fury obviously capitalizing on the position with 15 total kills on the board right now for their game. Oh my god, Aegon with 9. The player himself from Africa about to get double-digit kills, 13 on the board for the whole team. It's been a great performance today so far from Aegon and Salam. This is the first time we've seen African pro players really hold their own inside of the qualifiers. Every other day, the African teams just have been, I guess, underperforming. I would say a little bit on the side of overrated. But it looks like Aegon's team, yeah, main team is what their actual name is doing pretty good here. 13 kills, 9 coming in the way of Aegon. We've seen Salam also get over 10 kills in one of the matches before, where they secured about 20 points. Now going back on over to the Iranian Customs guys, they have 3 kills total. Not very good so far in this game. They need more kills than that. They need as many kills as Inner Fury has right here with the 16 kills. It seems like Legendary and Fury trade places on how many kills or who gets the most kills from each team in each game. I wonder if it's a map dependent thing or it's just out of coincidence. 10 on the board for Legendary, 16 on the board for Fury. Both teams very good in their own right. All of the first, second, and third teams are performing super well. Let's go down the list. Up onto the other side of things. We did see Julio earlier with his roster. Team number 9 obviously being Tango Faye. If we hop over and look at the leaderboards, they're sitting in the 9th spot. So not too good, but they do have 7 points here, so they could make something happen. As we go down to G1, they also have a couple of kills here. 8 kills total. G1 have 28 points going into this match, so now they have 36. But I don't think they're going to catch up to either of the inner teams that are on the leaderboards. Especially not going to catch up to Ultra. They're well out in the lead right now off the bat. Game number 4 is underway. That's what we're in right now, chat. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm also live on TikTok. And if you're watching on TikTok, I'm also live on YouTube. TikTok, if you want to see a horizontal version of the stream, you can go over to YouTube. And YouTube, if you want to see a vertical version of the stream, you can go over to TikTok. All the follows are appreciated. We're going for 800k here on the YouTube channel. We're going for 2 million on TikTok. 2 mil. Also, you can check out my new recent TikTok talking about this event. And if you're interested in participating on them, just comment on that TikTok. And then join the Discord. Maybe even save it, repost it, do all the good stuff. Aegon gonna get knocked here by Dusty. This is interesting because this is the first time Dusty has played or actually got a kill against a solid team here. Aegon being their top fragger here, it's not looking good, but I think Dusty's gonna get killed from the side here unless he can get out of that situation. A third party could definitely come in very easily onto this team because they're on top of a hill and there's a lot of different places they can get knocked from. Super able to take down Config, however. Aegon and Config both eliminated now. It's down to Config 4 and Salam to make something work. We've seen Salam get double-digit kills before. Can he do it again? Inner are already third-partying the team. Like I said, they're on a very interesting position here. You can third-party on top of this because they can be seen from across the entirety of the map. Zipper's going to get knocked here by Config, surely, unless he turns on him. The smoke bomber goes down. He's not going to be able to connect any more shots. Config's able to take down Dusty. And now in an interesting situation, they're probably going to get third-partied here as Dusty's been knocked and the kill feed is going to show that. Unless Inner decide not to do it. Nope, they are third-partying this. Inner Matador, it's the Inner Legendary team have decided to come up and try and take this 3v4 situation. And if I was Eternity, I would go into the zone right now and get out of there as fast as possible. It looks like Matador actually is going to rotate back. They're holding them out. They're deciding not to push in, and they're going to hold the angle of the zone rotation. Eternity Esports going down the hill, trying to get out of this position that they're currently in. They might rotate into Salam, though, which would be even worse. for them because they would then be in between two different teams. It's hard enough being between one team, but being between both is going to be a difficult situation for them. It looks like Salam's going to stay outside of the zone and go for the tags of the players that he was just with, being Aegon and Config. Both Config players now down. Eternity gets into the zone. Inner are getting third party by G1 now on the side. And it looks like Fanzy's providing a little bit of a distraction, but it's not looking good for Inner Legendary as they're fighting outside of the zone. Able to take down one. Looking for the second on to kill. He is going to get knocked. And now Mackie, the last alive in this dogfight, has been knocked. One of their players just opted to go into the zone entirely and stay alive, but it looks like all of the rest of them have been eliminated. So that goes 3 kills in the way of Inner Legendary. Now they're sitting at a lot of different kills here. As we go on to Fury, however, they have a player getting 10 kills in one game. Another double-digit performance going into the middle of this game number 4. 12 kills, or 12 teams still alive. Salam's still up as well. He did try and get his teammates back, but he's not going to be able to do so, and they're going to be eliminated. Unfortunately, Aegon doesn't get to reap the benefits of being a double-digit performer inside of this game, as there's only 11 teams left alive. Massa, however, like I said before, double-digit kills this early on in the game could wreak havoc for Pangito, who owns the current kill leaderboard with 14 kills inside of one singular game of the qualifiers. A solid performance from him earlier in the qualifier days. Teve has spotted a team up on top. They're not going to go for them, however. 15 kills on the board from Legendary, and it looks like 20 from Fury. So both of the inner top fragging teams are doing superb in this game, along with Iranian Customs teams still alive. 8 kills on the board for them. They're looking good here. They are definitely looking good. Trying to stay alive for as long as possible. Definitely the move that they want to make. They are in the zone. They have the best spot, in my opinion, in the zone, or at least one of the best. I would say they have the second best spot in zone, actually, because there's a team that has the site up here. I believe it's Crash Site. Oh no, it's the Medical Institute. Up here is probably the best spot in the zone, especially right here. As long as people don't know you're in this area, you're going to be in a very good position, because if they don't know you're here, they're not going to need it. And even if they do need it, you could probably go away from them, but you're covered from both angles. And now there's nobody up here except for Reflex. You're definitely in the best position in the zone right now. Along with this team also having a solid position. These guys can't see this, though, as Reflex takes the position that I would have taken if I had the chance to play. And I was coming from this angle. If I was coming from down south, however, I would stay where the Iranian Customs team are, because they have the best spot from the down south region. However, let's hop back on and see the gameplay. Legendary still alive with 16. Fury do have 20. These teams are on opposite side of the zones right now, as they've spotted Ultra across the map here. Majesty taking a lot of damage. Ultra want to stay alive for as long as possible. How many kills do they have, however, as they're going to get knocked here? They do have 11 kills total, and it looks like Dusty's going to be the last alive for Team Eternity. They're in a terrible spot as they're getting targeted by Legendary. Dusty's probably going to die outside of the zone here. He just wants to stay alive for as long as possible. He might get a knock and a full kill outside of the zone. The knock comes through, but he's not going to be able to get the full kill on the Legendary, and I believe that kill will be stolen. Ultra still alive here, just trying to play for placement now, as Iranian Custom gets another kill onto one of the inner players. Hopping on board with them. Massa still on 10 kills. We've got an inner Fury roster tech in the top of the rock now. Cluster strike goes in. Shots are coming down their way as well. I would argue that Inner Fury has the best spot in zone now, using the high ground to their advantage. Legendary are over on the side. They only have one player left, but they might get flanked here. There's a possibility for a flank situation to go down. 3 players alive on the edge of the zone, and Inner aren't really watching that way of the map. Massive kind of assuming there is a team behind them, as well as Ali. Nades are going to come through, but I don't think they're going to get targeted too hard by them, and it looks like Cappy is going for the ultimate high ground here in the end of the zone. I would actually say that these guys now have the best spot, because they can actually go ahead and use their wingsuit to get into the next zone, which will be on top of this building. It just depends whether or not they can take out this team that are down below, and if they go down here first before Inner's team, they could get third-partied from Inner. And for that reason, I'm actually going to award Inner's team for having the best spot in zone, because I think these guys are going to rotate early, and Only Dancer is getting sniped. Yep, they're getting rotated early, and they're going to get called out on it, which means that Inner do have the best position in the zone, trying to rotate through it. However, you do see a team right in front of them. They need to go down into the left here. Inside of this house on the ground floor is what they need to take if they want to stand a chance. They're going to go for it. They're all weak, however, and there's a team waiting for them right here. The zone doesn't go fully in just yet, as Cappy's still knocked over here. What the heck is going on? He's actually going to get revived, supposedly. Staying alive right now with Poltergeist. Inner did a superb job of staying alive here. Now the shots are going to go down. Chiz is alive. Hudson's trying to target him from behind right here. He's going to get knocked instantly. The combat goes in through Ames. He's able to knock one. Miguel last alive on the team for Uncut Esports. The kill comes through. And now there's only 3 alive for Inner Fury. Legendary has already been eliminated from the competition. We'll hop on over to the Iranian team now. As we can see, they still have 4 players alive. Could Iran Custom actually win a game? Only 3 teams up, 4 alive. They do have the best position in the zone with the most amount of players alive, but unfortunately Massa is going to go ahead and kill Iranian Custom. Reflex dies. Now it's down to them in a 3v3 situation. They do have 14 kills on the board. However, the Inner roster does have way more with 25 total kills. They have to get out of that zone. The Trapmaster comes in. They're going to get stuck in the Trapmaster. Shot's going to go down. It's going to be an absolute travesty for the COD Iranian team. They all get eliminated instantly there from that Trapmaster play. Ultra the last alive, and Inner Fury are gonna take this game. Game number 4. Congratulations to them. Perfect rotations, best spot in the final zone. They had all 4 going into it. They lost one in the engagement trying to get the other best spot in the zone for the next circle, and they were able to win the game doing that. Great rotations from the team, great amount of kills from the team. I believe they ended that with about 27 or so kills, might even be 28 or more. Let's see, let's open it up. Yeah, 27 kills. First place finish. That's going to secure them 37 points. And dare I say it, they might actually overtake Ultra here for the first place finish. 37 points. Let's look for where Ultra are situated on the screen right now. They finished in 10th, so they get 2 points for that, along with 11 kills. So they're sitting at 13 points. They're going to go up to about 71, 81 points off of that game. So it looks like Fury are not going to be able to catch them because they were way further down that leaderboard at the 6th place position. I thought they were in a Legendary spot, but no, I was confusing them with Legendary, but it was actually Fury that did get 27 in a win. That's going to bump them up a lot, though. They're going to go up to about, what, 73 total points, I believe, off of that game, which is really going to help them out here. Actually, no, they are. They're going to go up to 73 total points. So they're going to definitely go straight into the sudden death qualifiers. They might even take over Legendary here, depending on how many points Legendary did get for that match. I'm going to add them up right now as well. They did finish in 5th place, however, thanks to Rizari staying alive for as long as possible, along with Matador. These guys finished 5th with 17 kills. That's going to guarantee them around, I believe, 20 total points. So Inner Legendary are going to go up to 69. It looks like Fury has overtaken them once more. Legendary and Fury battling for the last qualified position into the finals, whereas you can see Uncut Esports, Scylla, and the rest of the guys, your main team, also just battling out for a qualification into the sudden death qualifier on Friday here. A lot of great team performances there. As we can see, the team that finished in 6th place did get quite a few kills here. These guys, I believe it's Uncut Esports as Team 21. Yes, it is. So they did actually have a good performance there as well, considering they are currently situated in 3rd after game number 3. That was, of course, game number 4 here. So they have 42 points going into that match, and they're going to end up with 14 points after that game. So they're going to be sitting at 56 total points. It looks like Fury and Legendary are going to pass them. The question is, does Syllabot also pass them? As we look on the leaderboards right here, I don't see Syllabots anywhere. I may be blind, though. That's definitely a possibility. No, they finished 24th with 0 kills. They're going to be knocked out of the sudden death qualifiers. As we go up the leaderboards here, we can see more and more teams who performed a little bit lackluster going into that match. Again, terrible performance there from Eternity Esports. Only 8 points on the board for them for that game. They might get into like a top 10 position. Maybe. I doubt it, though, because they just haven't got enough points. I'm actually going to say no, they're not. They're definitely not getting into the top 10. Off of their current performances at all. They've just been doing so bad today. It's very disappointing to see. Pure embarrassment on the side of the Eternity Esports organization or clan, whatever it may be. As we go further up, you can see that Ultra did have a bad performance as well. They were able to get 2 points for placement, along with 11 points for their kills. So the 13-point performance coming in from them. They're, like I said, going to go up to about 81 total. 81 total points. Yo, Inner Esports, thanks very much for the fireworks, man. I appreciate it. Looks like the official Inner Esports TikTok page is in the stream. Thanks very much for the fireworks, man. Much love to you, bro. I don't know who's running that account, but I appreciate it. If we look over onto Aegon's team, I see a couple of people asking about it in the chat right now. Aegon's team, obviously from the African region. They finished in 12th place. However, they were saved by Aegon's kills here. They were able to get a total of 13 kills. No placement points coming in the way of them, but the 13 kills are going to secure them 51 points. I don't think that's going to be enough to get them into the sudden death. I think they're going to stay in that 5th place position, but with 13 points, at least they're maintaining where they are instead of dropping down. I think they will still be 5th. It'll probably go like Ultra, Inner, the 2 inner teams, and then Uncut Esports. So two inner teams, Uncut Esports being that 4th place team, and then I think the main team will be in there at 5th place still. They did do 13-point performance, which is kind of below average of where they want to be. You want to get about 14 total points on average to secure yourself a spot into the sudden death qualifiers. If I go up on the officials, it's 13.3 points to qualify your way into the sudden death qualifiers on average. And if you want to win a qualifier day, you need to get about 20.7 points. So about 21 points if you want to win a day of qualifiers on average, of course. We'll be getting this game started and underway as soon as possible. This will be game number 5, chat. We just watched game number 4. We're going back into Blackout, my favorite map to watch, spectate, and host on. It's just something a little bit different. I'd love to see COD Mobile release a map that is, again, big like Blackout and Isolated. A new big map would be something I would love to see them push out into the game. But unfortunately, we got a small map for this year's anniversary. Big map would be far better, in my opinion. Maybe even just tech like Verdansk from Warzone Mobile or one of the other like Warzone maps. Just bring it into Call of Duty Mobile like you brought Blackout in from the official Blackout Call of Duty and Battle Royale before Warzone was ever released. If you don't know, this map, Blackout, is from the Blackout Battle Royale mode that was released back, oh god, it must be like 2018, maybe 2019. And Call of Duty released that map as an entire mode on their PC and mainline version of their game. And then we got it I believe in 2021, a couple of years after. So I would love them to just bring us more maps. Bring us more big maps on Battle Royale. Battle Royale deserves it, and they need more support, in my opinion. We have been giving you guys a lot more support, and I've been talking to Call of Duty Mobile myself the past few months. It all started, I would say, in the springtime of 2024, and then by summer we were able to finalize a lot of different tournaments, and they ended up being the biggest tournaments of all time for Call of Duty history, even bigger than the Champs qualifier, or the Champs in general, which had about 2 million in terms of total prize pool. We actually absolutely dominated those guys in terms of viewership for the finals of those events, so that's why you see a lot more Battle Royale tournaments happening, and because Call of Duty Mobile are now starting to support them. Savas with the 51 months over on YouTube membership. What's up, Savas? You still rocking the Modern Warfare 3? I believe is that the 20th Prestige icon, Savas? I think it's the Prestige Master with the X, which would be 20, right? Anyway, getting back into the next game, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to it. If you haven't already followed or subscribed, make sure to do so. And it looks like our team has already got Game 4 underway in terms of qualifying points. I'm going to go ahead and put them on the screen right now for you guys. As you can see, Ultra are in the lead with 81 total points.
Here we go.
Shortly after, though, you're going to see Inner Fury with 73, Inner Legendary with 69, and Uncut Esports with 56. Like I said, it would go Ultra, 2 inner teams, Uncut Esports, and then 5th place would be main team. A solid performance there by CIC Main, which is a team founded by Iranian Customer. At least I would view him as the team captain because he's the biggest creator inside of it. That's just the way I go with these things. So Iranian Customs team actually performing very, very well. As a fully legit team from Iran, I'm very impressed with their performance here so far in the competition, especially since he's quite the big creator himself. It's difficult to perform on the main stage being a super huge creator. You got a lot of pressure on your back. Speaking of pressure, however, Inner are going to be feeling it right now. Fury just ahead of Legendary when it comes to points. Only 4 points in it between qualifying and between going to sudden death tomorrow. If you guys are new to the stream, we are doing a tournament qualification stage right here. $5,000 are on the line for this tournament. We've been casting and hosting from Monday, and we will be doing it until Friday with the qualifiers. Saturdays will be the finals. Saturday will be the finals. If you haven't already checked out the TikTok, I'd appreciate if you did it. It's my most recent TikTok. Go show it some love. I'd really appreciate it. It's actually doing pretty well. Thanks very much, guys. I appreciate it. Also, I am definitely fighting to get a BR World Championship. I see that as the top comment from Slayer. Trust me, I am fighting tooth and nail to make a BR Championship. I promise you that. It's a very popular topic of conversation for me currently. Looking down the comments right now, and it seems like everyone's super excited about the event, so I'm happy about that. It's not often where you see everyone in agreement that they're excited about the event. Also, chat, we're making some decisions behind the scenes about some exposing that's been going on through the scene. I just want to let you guys know we have a zero tolerance for hackers, so if there's any evidence presented to us of people hacking, we're unfortunately going to have to take them out of the competitions. Just for future reference, if you see any of your favorite players aren't in the finals or anything like that, even if they're a big creator, we're going to have to take them out of the finals, unfortunately. I just don't have any tolerance for hackers in these events. I want them to have a lot of integrity. I want the best players in the world to be showcased, and I don't want any hackers to be involved. Inner, thank you very much, man. I appreciate the star map, brother. I appreciate the star map. I'm not going to name names or anything, but if you see some of the big creators not in this weekend's games, and they were in last weekend, you'll know why. I just don't want to put anyone on blast. I'm not going to shout at them or do anything, but we have been presented quite a lot of evidence to suggest that a couple of big CCs have been hacking, not only in the past, but they have been doing it very recently, so we'll unfortunately have to take them out of the competition for the finals and replace them with other big creators. Madman, of course, knows who I'm talking about right now. Who the big creators will be that are replacing them, I'm not sure just yet. I'm not sure who will be replacing those bigger guys. But yeah, we have a zero tolerance for hacking here. I've won many competitions in the past on multiple different esports titles, and I've never had to use hacks, and I feel like hacks are they just destroy the entire the ecosystem of a professional league and also the integrity of esports, so we just have that zero tolerance for them entirely. If we see anything, it's an instant ban. Speaking of a player that might ban himself here, Inner Eam's the last guy alive on Fury. They had a very good performance last game. 73 points on the board. Now with zero, actually they have 2 kills total, 0 kills for Eames. He's just trying to stay alive here and try and get those tags. Is there anyone down there though? I'm not actually too sure. They might have rotated out of this situation. It's looking like they haven't. They've still got 2 different teams here to deal with, so it's best that he does not push into that. He's going to go for it though. Slide his way down and in. Taking some zone damage here. The zone is across the map, which is very bad for them. He could go down there and get a chopper though, in future.
Here we go.
Salam, Aegon's team, only 1 kill for them as well. They're known as Yamin. They're sitting at the 5th spot. Looks like he spotted Envy up here. Oh no, he didn't spot Envy. He's gonna die to Uncut, it looks like. Never mind, he gets out of it for now. This is Uncut Esports, another team that is in top 4. If they were able to take them down and survive for a long time, they would pass them up on the scoreboard. They're only 5 points ahead of them. Currently, Uncut is going to qualify for the sudden deaths, which are on Friday. Iranian Customs team still alive for now. One of their players have been eliminated, but I think they'll be able to get that revive flight and bring him back. Oh, he's hiding. Alpha's hiding right here. Shots go down. He's able to get 1 knock. Unfortunately, not able to get the kill. Trade comes through from Century. COD Rail trying to find a gun to use. Not going to find it just yet. Gets a snowboard instead, it looks like. Never mind. It was a switchblade. I thought the switchblade was a snowboard there. Actually, good as he does have the mythic. These guys are in a bad spot, ladies and gentlemen. A very, very bad spot going into the mid-game of this. Other players in a bad spot here would be Inner Fighter, as he just got knocked. Actually, still alive in the team and along with Nomi. The trade does come through. Cryptus, the last person alive on this team. Actually looking around for them right here. Snowboard is being used by Cryptus. Get the trades in. There they are. They're confirmed. Ashley confirms 1. Now only 1 player alive beside them. They're already knocked, however, as Cryptus gets out of that situation, and they're going to live to fight another day. Dusty's team, on the other hand, Eternity Esports, a absolutely woeful performance from them. I'm going to keep calling them out for it. It looks like they're trying to set up cars there for a second to block off the bridge, but that's actually not what they're going to do. They're just going to try and get people into the drift car. Player has been spotted right in front of them. It's Bye. They're not going to go for that play. As we look over to the zone, they might still block off this bridge with multiple cars. I'm not sure if that's their plan or if they're just going to drive right past. Okay, they're just going to drive right past them. That's totally fine. 4 kills on the board. They need to stay alive and have a very good performance if they want to even get into the top 10. They need an outstanding couple of games here if they want to stand a chance of doing anything. Remember, this is game number 5, chat. Game number 5. 62 players left alive. We'll hop over onto Inner. They only have 2 kills on the board, and it looks like Inner Fury do get eliminated there. So they are going to drop substantially this game, only getting 2 points on the board. They're going to go up to 75 points, and Legendary are more than likely going to pass them up. Along with Uncut having the ability to pass them up here into the sudden deaths and up into the finals. It will also be a good time for your main team to get a lot of points here too. They're still alive for now with 5 kills. All of these teams that were right on the tail of Legendary and Fury specifically could pass them up right now. SMRS going to miss here for Aegon. He's got 5 kills with the team. 2 kills for himself. They do have a car to use as well to rotate into the zone. The zone's still far away. Let's see where the next one goes. Array obviously being the best spot to stay for this one, along with Luxury Homes. The next one should come in around 10 seconds as well. Third party's going to come in from behind here. Miguel it's from Uncut Esports, I believe. They don't get any kills onto them, and now with the zone finally showing, let's see where it's going to go. Will it go left, right, middle, top, or bottom? It's going to go top left. Construction site looking juicy right there, along with Hijacked. But I must say, if I wanted to pick a spot myself, I would probably go for Luxury Homes, the most left house on the bottom, or that store that's in the direct middle of the zone here. You can camp inside the store, and there's a little shack in between there. Looks like they're actually going to fight here. Miguel goes down from Config. He's going to get knocked. Actually, it was Aegon gets knocked instantly there. Hudson getting him. The trades do come in, and now Config won in a bad spot, but he's going to turn on Envy right there. They may be able to take down this entire Uncut roster. I'm not sure if they all died. I think they still have one alive. Yes, they do. Tayton is going to stay alive here. It was a 3v4 fight off the drop. I think Tayton needed to get loot as he was revived back into the game entirely. Miguel also finally eliminated. These guys are in a bad position. Uncut Esport did have 56 points going into this, and now they have 60 points. Still 20 teams alive this late into the game is crazy. A lot of teams just trying to fight and stay up for as long as possible. Really bad position for Uncut. They were qualifying for the sudden deaths here tomorrow, but as for now, I really think the main team are going to take over them, and even possibly the Iranian roster, if they're still alive, if we can find them. They are still up as well. They only have 2 players alive, though.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Should be able to get their teammates back with the revive flight here as they're still over by the cargo area. We've seen cargo as the place where X team who have qualified for the finals like to drop as well. So if Iranian were to make these finals, they would end up landing with the X team in Blackout. Don't think that's a good position for them to be in. I wouldn't land against another really good team off drop if I was playing in these on the finals. Just stops both teams' chances of winning if you land beside a team. It'll be interesting to see if anyone can test Akman's team in the finals, because they land Turbine for Blackout, and then they also land Black Market for Isolated.
Holographic decoy.
Matador's still alive for Legendary. We're trying to get Teve back into the game.
The safe zone is
Remember,
collapsed.
Fury has been eliminated. They only have 75 points after this game. They only were able to get 2 kills. No placement points. They're going to get passed up by a lot of different teams here if they do good. Get 20 points or even close to it. Yamin. Oh my god. Getting a snipe right there from Salam. Aegon also in this team. Yamin team. Oh my god.
Dog tags have been scanned
Good
successfully.
job. 12 kills on the board here. They're definitely catching up as Iranian Custom has been knocked. This is not looking good for them as there's only 1 player left on the roster. They only have 3 kills as well, and it looks like he's absolutely surrounded. Using the door being open as cover here to get some intel of what he should do. Enter Legendary going to walk right past this guy and focus on the team in front of them. It looks like there's a couple of teams in front of him here. Multiple different ones. APOC are up further on the hill, and a little guy right here is going to get sniped from the side. A lot of teams indeed are right here. May Dad needs to get his teammates back into this game if he wants to stand a chance of winning or even getting more points, and it looks like that's exactly what he's going to go for. He's going to go for the tags as Legendary are rotating into the zone. Salam's still alive with his entire roster and 12 kills on the board. All of them have 3 apiece, which is very good teamwork from them, if I do say so myself. If we go further into the zone, you'll see Legendary are holding the lower ground, and it looks like APOC are going for the high ground instead. Surprise from APOC is sitting in the middle. I think Vigo is going to die outside of the zone here. Yes, he does. He gets knocked, unfortunately. Gods may also die as well. He's one shot, 6 HP. Only 6 HP left. Gets the shield on. Advanced shield comes through, so now he's back up to full pretty much. Mayrod, did you get a revive flight back? He got 1. He might die outside of the zone here. Unfortunately, APOC Surprise is in front of him. The smoke bomber goes down. It looks like he's going to get the final players from his team. The smoke bomber misses, unfortunately. He needs to do this quickly. Able to get both players' tags back and a free kill onto Vigo right here. He can get this revive and get an extra point for his team.
Dog tags have been scanned.
Engaging the enemy.
Good job from
Enemy
him.
eliminated.
Unfortunately, he's going to die outside of the zone here. Not much he can do about it. The zone's just too far away for him. I don't know why he's sitting debating what he wants to do here. He just needs to run into the zone, but it is too far. He says, farewell, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for letting me play in the tournament, and thank God I got 3 of my teammates back in that endgame. Never mind, he didn't get them revived. He was too late in reviving them. Wow. Never mind, they do come back. Oh my God, what a glitch. I thought they didn't come back there, but they are back in probably what will be the final or one of the final revive flights, ladies and gentlemen. Good job to him. Clutching up for the team. Inner Legendary still alive for now. 7 kills on the board. A pretty disappointing performance from them so far. Not as disappointing, however, as Fury's Game 5. The Iranian team are back. Almost as a full 4-man. They've got 3 up.
Your teammate will return to the battle.
AZ. 7 kills on the board. They are looking pretty decent here. They're over by Hijacked, I believe. In a little bit of a confrontation between them and another team. Oh, okay. Elio is looking for the fight here as well. Anoski and No Psych is actually on him. He's probably going to die. I'm not going to lie. 6K is going to push straight through there. Get knocked on forward of Hijacked. Iku also knocked on the side of the other team. It looks like Azir is actually going to go for the push. And we have another player here on the bottom of Hijacked. Look at that. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Just trying to stay alive for as long as possible. There's still 15 teams left in this tiny zone. If you die now, you're in a bad spot.
Terminal is almost
As they do get eliminated and AZ live to fight another day. Staying alive for now. Salam also gets knocked and full killed. Not looking good for those guys on the team of Yamin.
return to the battle.
Iranian's still alive here, and it looks like Syllabot is also up. Trying to take a fight here. Both of these players are chilling.
Safe zone is
Looks like Billion has been knocked, unfortunately. Samo is in the water now. Oh, will he see him? I don't think so. I think he's safe for now. We hop over. Is there any other big team names that we can see still alive? Eternity is up, but they have no kills, man. 6 kills is nothing, as they're going to get targeted by Ultra here. Shots go down. He's 1 shot in the air. Oh my God, he lands already. Shots again going down. Super able to get the kill. Can he get the confirm onto the other player, though? Shots again going down. He gets 2 of them off. Ultra are eliminated now by himself down in this dusty divot without Dusty by his side. Fortunately for him, he's getting revive flighted back in. Super clutching up for the team right there. 8 kills on the board. They're going to need to win this game if they want to stand any chance of qualifying through to sudden deaths. I think their hopes and dreams of getting straight into the finals are completely over. Wow, he does have the red action. So Super's been playing this game for many years.
your teammate will return to the
Since release, Vigo still alive over here on the water. This might be a free kill for Super. I don't think Vigo's that crazy of a player. He did get knocked outside of the zone earlier. And it looks like he's spotted APOC. It looks like they have spotted, both of them have spotted APOC. Shots go down, miss from the DLQ player here on Supra. A lot of different misses. This is absolutely woeful. They need to secure these kills if they want to stand a chance of qualifying. They absolutely need to do something here. 8 kills and a little bit of a 10th place finish is not going to be enough for them. Even if they get into top 6, it's still not going to be enough. As it looks like Syllabot are right above them. They're going to opt to go outside of the zone here to try and stay alive for as long as possible. And it looks like Legendary are going to take down Iran Custom. Are they eliminated from this game? It looks likely. Yep, they all go falling down at the 10th place spot or 11th. They did get some kills here, though. That over there on the right-hand side is the best spot for them to go, in my opinion. It is still super risky, but it's definitely their best position. And it looks like G1 are coming in from behind right now, outside of the zone. This is terrible from them. They're all going to die in the zone here. Medic is banned, so they can't even heal themselves up, as it looks like Eternity Esports are trying to rotate out. G1 barely making their way into this game. Oh my God, Feet Lover gets in by the whiskers here as Eternity Kenjutsu has spotted one of them from above, only using the pistol here. Now the player's going to come from behind him. He's going to die right beside this entire pro team. If he had a normal gun, he probably could have eliminated that entire team by himself. With the 3 other Eternity members down below now, using the divot on the side of this cliff face. And it looks like Legendary are now in a fight with another team here. It's Scylla, and Legendary get eliminated. Syllabot's team are still up and raring to go. 8 teams alive in this zone. That's a lot of teams here. Still only getting 2 for a placement. It feels like this blackout match has went on for absolutely ages, especially with this amount of teams alive. As APOC have been spotted, or at least they have spotted Eternity right now, with Vigo camping up on top of that cliff. He has spotted them. He's not going to take any shots on board to them, though. Along with Surprise also going to be there. Do not take those shots. If you take those shots, you're going to get killed. You just want to stay alive for as long as possible here. Going into that next zone. Shit them from behind. Get that third party. Don't challenge them one-on-one. You don't want to go against a 2v3 when you're up against Dusty. Both players still alive, but they might get targeted here on accident. It looks like your main team from Africa are still performing well with 14 players up. Remember, you're only getting 2 placement points if you die right now, so you do not want to get eliminated just yet. Of course, you never want to get eliminated, but it's definitely in your best interest to not take any fights and just go for the placement points at this point. You only need to survive 3 more teams and you'll start getting more points for the placements. More kills come through. Ametador is going to shoot kill from behind. That is a grief if I've ever seen one, because Mackey's going to go through and revive and back up. It looks like Salam is going to be shooting straight over towards G1 by the team of Yamin, also known as Agon's team. Feet Lover trying to get into the zone right here. Not likely going to happen, as Yamin are still firing right over at him. Eternity still alive here, shooting from behind right now, as we can hop on board with them and see where they're at. Their current position is at the back end of the zone. AZ are still alive here. Bad play from Supra, landing a shot but not a headshot, not able to get the kill confirmed. It's all down to Dusty for now, as Enti is also dead. Dusty in a 1v3 situation. Terrible position to be in. Now a 1v2. One of the players did get knocked. Smoke Bomber does go down, but unfortunately Dusty does not have it, along with a cluster grenade. Dusty now in a terrible position again. He's going to have to turn on him, and it's not going to come through. They finish in 7th place with a few kills. Not too many, only 9. They're not even going to get into the top 5 off of that performance, unfortunately. But I tell you who is going to get into the top 5, and even further up, it's going to be Agon's team. They're not able to kill Legend, but the trade may come down here very soon. Salam's not going to go for it either. Either is Config. All 3 of the remaining players are going to play for placement here, as they are pretty much in the zone. As it looks like there's another team right below Legendruski. You can see them here. It's Julio trying to move up from behind. Apoc still alive along with Feet Lover. Barely in the zone right now. The zone's going to collapse in on him. He's trying to stay alive for as long as possible. The next placement point will guarantee them 1 more point if they survive for 1 more position. It's between Feet Lover and Surprise. Feet Lover has spotted Surprise right there. Can he land the shots? Yes, he can. He gets 2 points on the board here for the placement and, of course, the kill. Then dies instantly to the cluster bomb. It looks like they want to push in here. Legendruski and Scylla are looking for that team. Your main team inside of the house right now. The kills come through, and that's 1 knock on to Config 1. Config 4 still alive, however, for now. Salam goes and gets dropped. It was the 3v2 situation. Now it's a 1v2 in the favor of the other team. There they go. Able to pick up a 2v3. Fight win with 14 kills on the board and the 3rd place finish guaranteed. Legendruski's team are looking good here. They're known as Syllabots. Third party's going to come in from the side here from Asinto. AZ. Keep in mind, Ross Kid and Julio down below, team number 9. They are doing pretty good in this competition as well. I believe they're known as Tango Fee. They're number 9 out of everyone.
Chip terminal is almost ready.
AZ. They have a solid position, but I think the best position right now would be Legendruski. Oh, never mind. Did the cluster strike come down? No, it didn't. He needs to put it down right now if he wants to stand a chance of winning this game. This is a perfect play. We've seen Eric choke this before. I think he's just putting it a little bit further back there than what it needed to be. It might be another choke from that cluster strike. He needed to put it a little bit further back, unfortunately. Smoke does come through here as they're about to get 3rd party from behind. Legendruski dropping with Scylla on the other team, giving time to AZ here to get the revive. Julio dies outside of the zone, and so does Legendruski. It's now a 1v3 situation if they're able to pick up that player. Scylla right in front. Trapmaster, or Transform Shield, sorry, goes down, but it's not going to be enough as Scylla gets dropped by Century. 17 kill win in the way of Ascento. And they're going to go back into the top 10 leaderboards. They just got kicked out of it, but now they're going to be back, ladies and gentlemen, with that 17 kill win, securing themselves 27 points. And a little bit of a game crash there for me. Interesting. A good performance there from a lot of different teams from Inner, not including Fury. They died at the start of the game. Legendary did have some kills. Not a particularly good performance in terms of placement, however, but a good showing out there from Yamin. I think they might actually take over Uncut Esports and Fury, depending on how many points they got on that. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see it, but I think they got close to 20 points that game, and if they did, they'll be right on the tails of Fury, and they will have overtaken Uncut Esports, meaning they're into the sudden death qualifiers here. And now, since that was Game 5, we're going to be going on to Game 6. Which means it really all comes down to these last couple of games. Only 2 games left. I think that the CIC main team from Iran Fell off a little bit too early there to really secure themselves any valuable points. They'll probably just stay in a similar position to where they were, maybe 6th, maybe 5th. They might actually get taken over by Syllabot's team because they did finish so highly there with a lot of kills, actually. They're definitely going to get taken over by them with 41 points total last game before game number 5, which we just watched. If I remember correctly, they finished 2nd place, which would have got them 7 points. I think they were close to 20 kills. I'm going to give them 18. They probably got 25 points that game. They're going to go into the mid 60s, maybe the high 60s off that game alone. So good job to Syllabots. They're going to take over CIC. I don't think they'll take over your main team. They got a lot of points as well. Possibly take over Uncut Esports though. I can't remember where they placed or how many kills they were getting, but it wasn't that much. They didn't really have an impactful game 5 performance, chat. Didn't really have an impactful game 5 performance at all. But that's going to be it for game number 5. Remember, we do have 2 more games, and it looks like the majority of players are staying in, which is a good job from them because it means they won't get banned and they'll be able to play in the Champions Cup, which is next week, of course. We got 2 more games to go. I would say the Ultra are probably still in the lead here. And they didn't get too many kills and not that good of a position, but they were just so far ahead of Legendary that I think they're still going to hold out on top. They've been on top since game 1 with a 36 point performance from the first game. I believe a majority of those players are from Iran, so they're performing very well here. Fury, like I said, 75 points after that game. They're probably going to go down the scoreboard. Legendary are going to take them up, and possibly your main team, depending on how many points they got there. They only need 25 points to take over them. Secure their spot in the sudden death. I think that's highly likely that your main team go in as the first African team, which are majority African players getting into the sudden death qualifier if they're able to maintain where they are right now. Iran Royalty, I'm not really sure where they placed, and Tango Fee. They had an okay game. Nothing crazy on the way of them. I'm interested to see where Asinto actually end up here because they should go into the top 10 leaderboard. I don't know where they will be situated though. G1 did make it into the late game as well, but they didn't really have that many kills, and I think they finished around like 6th or 7th, so they didn't actually get any more placement points for being in that situation. Jamis Crawford saying bring creator bundles back. Unfortunately, Jamis, they're never going to come back. It's not my decision. I wish I could bring my bundle back into the game, but they're just never going to come in back in. No hackers so far today, Spikes. We are on a very close watch, though. You guys know that my team loves to watch over everyone. Bertram, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Razox, how you doing, brother? We are in a very close... I guess we're watching them with close eyes. There are a couple of sus people, I'm not going to lie. But so far, nobody has been caught out for these qualifiers. We're watching every single team as closely as we can. We're ready, almost ready to get into the next game. It will be game number 6. This will be the second to last game. What's up, Hellboy? How are you doing on YouTube, man? Appreciate you stopping by the stream, brother. Oh, that water feels good for me, broski. Watch Eric, will do. Amir, will do. We'll check out Ultra in the next game. They are in the lead, so they have been performing very well. We'll have to see after this game, however, if they are still on the lead. I'm not sure about that. Madman says we're going to start this game in 1 minute. There's 94 people in. It looks like a couple of people have dropped out, leaving their teammates behind. One of the inner rosters, and it looks like Fulcrum's teammate has went MIA. They're currently suffering with power issues. They told Madman the Fulcrum team has power issues right now. Unfortunately, that just is what it is. And they're still reviewing results. As soon as they're done reviewing the results, that's actually a sick profile picture, chat. This one's fire. Look at that. If Jekko Sharp doesn't get himself ready, he might actually just get eliminated. Alright, good to go. We're getting into the 6th game. Next game will be the finals, and I have the brand new scoring system ready for you guys to put onto the screen. As you guys can see here, it will pop up on YouTube first, and then it will go over to TikTok. If you want to watch horizontally, you can do so on YouTube, but if you want to watch vertically, you can do so on TikTok. Game 5 scoreboard up on the screen right now. As you can see, Ultra still in the lead. Inner Legendary pass Fury barely there, only by 7 points. Fury still in the sudden death qualifiers, and your main team make it straight into sudden death here, so they need to maintain or go even further if they want to qualify for the finals. This is the closest we've seen a qualification stage this late into it the entire week. And it looks like Uncut Esports do drop down 2 slots there, actually, as Scylla overtake them as well. Tango Fee go into 7th place, and it looks like a Zeno have went into the top 10. CIC Main finishing in 9th place, G1 in 8th. This is close. Ultra definitely have a good lead here, though. Between 2nd down to 5th, there's only 19 points in it. The gap is widening, but not by a lot. Between those middle of the pack teams, the only team that's really kind of safe and is going to get definitely into the sudden death qualifier will probably be Ultra with their 97 points. As you only on average to get into the qualification sudden death stage need 93 points on average, so they should make it. Inner Legendary, on the other hand, are not safe at all. Either our Fury, main team, Scylla, Uncut, even Tango might be able to push their way up into the sudden death if they have a solid game. We've seen them have a solid game before. Eternity Supra take down a player. These guys are struggling terribly today. They're really needing a back-to-back win situation here with 20 kills plus minimum, as they aren't even on 45 points. I hailed them as being probably like the 3rd best team in this qualification at the start of the round in game number 1, and they have been disastrous ever since. Probably the most embarrassing performance we've seen from any team so far in the qualifiers. Just not up there at the tippity top, as Fulcrum is going to get knocked right here along with Enti. Oh no, Supra. You do not want to die this early into this round. It's game number 6, ladies and gentlemen. They have this game and 1 more left. This will be the decider. Shots go down, Supra gets turned on, LOL. It's Arculio here. Oh, he's been spotted. He might die. Yes, he does. King Jutsu gets a retaliation kill, and he's going to get knocked as well. From the side. Tags are going to come in. There's only 1 more player alive, and it is Dusty. Is he going to try and go for this aggressive play here? It looks like he is. They might end up dying because of it. Shots go down. He's 1 shot. Dusty trying to make a heroic play, and it's not going the way of him. 3 kills on the board here so far for Eternity. If they die now, though, their chances of qualifying are completely over, and they will just have to do a humiliation ritual in game number 7. So they need to make sure that Dusty stays alive here. Does find another plate, which is great. 2 of their teammates are still alive here, just knocked, as Ross is getting revived and has came down through the flight. I would argue that Dusty just needs to get them on the revive flight and not even go for the res, in my opinion. And he probably should have went for it already, but Julio is down there now. He has landed in, so now it's going to be even harder. The smoke bomber, or the smoke does come in. He waits for both of them. This is not good. He needs to stay alive for as long as possible here. Now he has 20 seconds to survive. Dusty needs to stay alive for 20 seconds here to get his teammates back into the action. Does spot a lot of players over here. Terrible spot to be in for Dusty. Shotgun does go down. He gets the 1 pump straight to the dome onto TR easy. He just needs to stay alive for a little bit longer here to get one of his teammates back in the action. Shotgun does go down again. He doesn't land the shot, and unfortunately he does not confirm the revival flight, so they're going to have to do a humiliation ritual going into game number 7, where they will definitely not qualify for the sudden death or the finals, but will have to play that last game if they want to have a chance of even being participants in the Champions Cup, which will be next week. As we spawn on over to Eric, people have told me to watch him. They have 3 kills on the board. It's Majesty getting all of them so far. Marid also being able to get kills onto another player. But it looks like they're having a slow start here. Nobody around them here over on the Frigid Wetland. They also have a helicopter to get into zone. Speaking of players who are in fights, however, it looks like Salam has gotten 2 kills on to another opposing team. There is a lot of people around him as well. 2 different teams. 2 kills total for the team of Yamain. Remember, these guys are in contention to qualify here. Not only qualify for the sudden death, but actually the finals if they have 2 solid games. Unfortunately, it looks like Fury is falling flat on their face again, ladies and gentlemen. They only have 1 player left, and it looks like they're going to die again. Oh my god, Fury are out once more. They're going to end that game with 0 kills, sticking at 75 points. Inner Fury have been taken out. Now that gives Syllable, Uncut Esports, and Yamain a easy right into sudden death if they can just have a solid performance in this game, as Inner Fury are going to be fighting in the middle of the pack come game 7 to secure their sudden death. They went from the tippity top of the mountain, and now they're dropping off of qualification possibilities in sudden death here. Salam and Team Aegon still alive here. You mean? Oh, Overpower Esport has spotted Aegon. He's going to probably die here because of that EMP drone. Super annoying to go against one of those when you're trying to run in. It's kind of like Trapmaster. It slows you down. And you guys know as good as I that something like a Trapmaster slowing you down or an EMP can be the difference between life or death, ladies and gentlemen. Can be the difference indeed. Aegon gets out of the situation, but Config 1 does get knocked, and I believe that's uncut. Would I be right in saying... No, it's not. Wait, let me find them. Where are you, Uncut? Oh, it is. It is Uncut Esports. These guys are right below all of these teams with 60 points right now. Overpower is also there. These guys aren't really in contention right now. They're kind of one of these lackluster teams that are out of the top 10. Not really up to much. Just griefing other qualifying teams. Oh, players have been spotted. Jason. I believe his name is Jackson, actually. Hudson sees him. Hudson gonna land shots here. Oh my god, what a transform shield play. Hits the transform shield, shoots through onto the car. Jackson is probably gonna get eliminated here by Hudson. Never mind, Barrott's gonna actually be pushing him instead, and the smoke bomber comes through. He's not able to land any of the shots, and Hudson goes down. He did do a good play there for a second, but unfortunately, they're gonna get absolutely annihilated. Kaden, the last person alive on this team for Uncut Esports. Trying to stay alive for as long as possible. Going to go for the tags later on. He does have Igniter, which isn't really that good of a class to use in a tournament, in my opinion. Aegon able to pick up a kill over onto Marid. We'll hop on over to these guys, see what they're up to. They are also outside of the zone right now. They do have their players coming back in a revive flight, so they're going to get all 4 revived, which is great for them. They want to stay alive as long as possible here with their 3 kills, as remember, Fury did die. Fury are gone. 75 points still remaining as their total. They had 73 points 2 games ago. They've only got 2. 1 point per game average. Terrible for them. Iranian Custom still alive here. Last player on their team. They don't have anyone coming back in a revive flight either, so they're looking terrible right now. It looks like Team 22 didn't even decide to join, as they were getting, I would assume, embarrassed. Bandon's gonna have to ban them. Unfortunate for them. Titan does fall here, and that means Uncut Esports is out of the qualifications, I believe. They did get a couple of kills here. They're probably going to sit around 63 or so points. So they are out of it. Syllabot, if they're alive, this would be the perfect time. They are. So Syllabots are alive. Your main team is still alive. This is what they needed to qualify right here, to get into their sudden death qualifiers. Inner Legendary still up, though, and kicking. So they're going to secure their finals position off this game, I believe. Especially with Fury's terrible performance there. Missile comes through. Shots over from the side as well. Legendary are going for the plays. Do they know who they're around, though? Do we know who they're around? Oh, it's Scylla. If Scylla are able to eliminate Legendary, they would be in an amazing position. And they are going to go for this rush. Surely they go for this play. Throw even more nades over behind that little building, as one of their players are going to get revived, and they're going to get landed on from behind. Oh my god. What is that third party? Jumping off the helicopter to push on the Syllabot's team is crazy. Rossi able to get a retaliation frag here by also getting a kill as well. And it looks like, wow, Syllabots get annihilated with Legenduski getting out of the situation barely. Does he even have a snowboard? I don't think so, because he's not using him. And it looks like Inner Legendary are going to retaliate by third partying that team. Ross now being the last alive. So this went from a great position for Syllabot and a terrible position for Inner to now being a good position for it. And never mind! Inner got third partied as well. They're going out of this situation too. And Eric from Ultra is trying to get a kill onto Rashari. The third party comes in, a fourth party comes in, and now we're on a fifth party from the top leaderboard team here. All of them fighting for the best position in the zone, being the top of this hill. Oh my god. Every team gets out alive. But damn, that was a lot of damage being done by multiple different rosters there. Scylla gets out. It looks like the other roster from Tango gets out. And Inner Legendary also get out for now. Hop on board with another team here. As you can see, Inner Legendary reviving all of their players back onto the map. I don't think the other teams will have such a luxury. Thanks everyone for following and subscribing. I appreciate it, guys. Yep, Legenduski, the last alive on his team. Everyone is still up on that high ground. That was a terrible place to die because there's going to be a team that stays up there the entirety of this map. And I think Legenduski is going to have to play for placement as opposed to playing for kills. He's not going to be in a position to do that. As Scylla need as many kills as they can get. 63 points coming into this game. They're sitting at 68 total right now, right behind Inner Fury, only 7 points behind them. That was a bad situation for them to get themselves messed up on. Ultra still confirming their way into the finals right now. 4 kills so far, 4 points on the board for this game. Only 12 teams remaining. Shots are going to go down onto Easy. He gets the knock, instant knock from Eric. Great accuracy there. 5.
Enemy eliminated.
Damn, he sounds crazy. I've never seen that character actually talk. I didn't even know what he sounded like, but he sounds like a Sigma. Holy. Bro adds aura to the skin with that character voice. I can't say the same about myself because they didn't let me do custom character lines, unfortunately. That would be pretty sick if I did, though. Not gonna lie. Inner Legendary sniping over across at Eric here. He's trying to do a retaliation snipe back onto them. I don't think that they should really trade here. It's not really worth it for them. Overpower still have 4 players alive. These guys seem to always have 4 players alive into the end game, but they just don't have the firepower to make it work. So their strats are there. The strategies are on board with them, but their mechanics and their gun skill are just not up to par with the best players in this qualifier. Ross Kidd staying alive for now. His entire team is going to be dead here. It's going to be down to these 3 teams. Look at this. 3 of these teams only have 1 player alive. Luckily, Broken Bay is able to get 2 of their players back, but Legenduski looking for a frag here, a play to be made. All of his teams are going to be eliminated. He cannot get those tags at all, and he should not play for them. Ross Kidd does get Easy back in the game, so now they have 2 players up. Legenduski is the only team, I believe, with 1 player left alive now. He is indeed. 12 teams still up. No teams getting placement points so far. Matador gets knocked from the side, and it looks like Salam is also going to get traded onto. Config getting shot from the back here. Config 4 might die, and it looks like Teve didn't even help him out there. He could have taken him down. Matador gets full killed. 10 kills on the board from Legendary here. They're looking very good, looking like they're securing their spot into the finals. Aegon also going to get back Salam right now. They only have 4 kills, however, being your main team. Oh no, the third party is going to come through here by Ultra. They only have 3 players up. This is going to be bad. Inner Legendary will be in a spot to confirm a third party as well. Oh no, this is not what you want. They have 1 Smoke Bomber player, but he's focused in the wrong way, and the Smoke Bomber is actually going to cause them to choke this. They need to get out of this situation. Config, please run away for as fast as you humanly can. Inner Legendary are helping them out here with a little bit of a third party. They are actually helping out Config 4 stay alive. This is good. Salam is back in the revive flight. 5 kills on the board. Config, you need to stay alive. He's going to get knocked here, and now it's all down to Salam to stay alive for as long as possible. This could be a disappointing performance if they don't get any placement points here. Gonna get some guns, which is going to be good for Salam, but unfortunately these guys are going to get eliminated very quickly if he gets spotted by anyone. Inner still alive with 4 of their players up. The third party did come through here, but they didn't really utilize it that well. At least one of their players that were contesting them in the leaderboards does get dropped. Ultra are still on a solid position here to take them down with that third party. And it looks like AZ, speaking of third parties, might jump out of this helicopter right on top of Inner Legendary. They're going to actually drop out on top of the hill right across the road from Eric. Shots are going to go down with the sniper. None of them are going to hit. Inner Legendary also around in the mix. Majesty is able to knock AZ LALM.
The safe zone is collapsing.
Going over to Salam. Remember, your main team is in contention to qualify into the sudden deaths here. They just need to stay alive for as long as possible. Still no placement points available for them. And it looks like the other teams who were getting knocked and full killed have revived the majority of their teammates. Legenduski, unfortunately, is still solo. Not able to do anything in the way of reviving his teammates because of that zone pull. It looks like he might go for a hoverbike kill. No, he's not going to go for it just yet. He's just trying to stay alive, I believe. Away from as many teams as possible. Still no placement points. There's still 11 teams alive here this late in the game. Look how small this circle is with 11 teams up. Eric able to secure a kill. Let's hop on board with him and see where he's chilling. They do have 8 kills total. It's Inner. Inner trying to make the fight be known here, and I think they're going to rotate out of this situation. Eric get the full kill onto one of the last Inner players, and now it's all down to Shin. He's the last up for the Inner Legendary roster. He's trying to secure some sort of placement points. It looks like Teve is actually also back here, but he's outside of the zone with a hoverbike. Getting a revive flighted back in. He does have a war machine and an FHJ. This is an interesting combination of guns. That's what happens when you get revive flighted in so late. Salam's still alive. He might get ran over by the hoverbike here. Teve is looking right at him. Teve can't really do anything though. Oh my god, you could kill him right now, Salam, if you just take the shots right onto him. Diego, thanks very much for the travel with you, bro. Eric looking right at him. War Machine's gonna come down here. He's gonna land the shots. He is gonna land the shots, but he does get knocked down pretty much by himself. He just blew himself up. Randomly, Salam outside of the zone here, doing a lot of work actually, staying alive here. He just needs to stay alive for a little longer. Still 11 teams left up. No placement points so far. He gets his entire team back into the zone as well here. Thanks again, Diego. I appreciate it, man. Much love, brother. The entirety of the roster for your main team is back, and they might out-survive inner team if shit does go down here. Salim needs to get into this zone. It's going to start ticking for a lot. It's ticking for 2, and it might start ticking for more. No, it's not. He's going to get in barely here with 1 HP. Yes, he dies outside of the zone. Whoever was driving that car just got him killed. They need to pick him back up. If they want to win this game, they need to pick him back up right now. Thanks very much, Diego, for the train as well, broski. I appreciate it. Need to pick him back up, Aegon. You know you need to. And they don't have much time to work with here. They have 39 seconds to go over here, pick him up, throw a smoke down, get him revived, get his heals back up, and make this a 4-man push into the end game. Diego with another galaxy. Thank you very much, man. Very generous of you. AZ have spotted some of their teammates right here, and they need to get into the zone. Do they still have the car? No, they don't. The car has been exploded off that knock onto Salam, as they need to rotate back, and they're now wondering, should they rotate up here, or should they go straight through AZ? And it's looking like rotating up this way would actually be far more beneficial for them to go through the middle of the map, which is quite surprising. You wouldn't actually think that. Keep in mind, there's still 10 people alive in, or 10 different teams alive in this zone. Look how small this zone is. I can't even see where anything is because there's so many people still alive. So many different teams, and finally, Uzi dies, and now there's a single-digit amount of teams left alive. Inner Shin still alive now. OP trying to make themselves known in this game with 11 kills. This is probably their best performance so far, especially if they can stay alive into the late game. We're coming into that right now, and it looks like Ultra are still performing very well as alongside the Yamin team. Yamin trying to rotate into the zone from the middle. They do get all 4 of their guys into it for now, but now they're going to be fighting for lots of different positional powers. Aegon leading the way. Shin over to their side from Legendary Inner. They need to start dropping class abilities. I'm talking about smokes. I'm talking about the bombers. Who is their smoke bomber? It is Aegon is their smoke bomber. Shots go down with an SMRS. Not going to land any of them. The smoke bomber is going to need to come through here, and he doesn't have it yet. Go up the left side of this zone. Oh my god, he's going in the right. That's the worst place to go. It's only Inner from the left. Only one of their players are left over there. Is he going to get up here? Aegon needs to throw that smoke bomber down. That was a bad smoke bomber placement, chat. That was a bad one, but it looks like nobody's targeting him for now, so he stays alive for a little bit longer, and so does Inner Shin. All of these players trying to secure their qualification in. There's a lot of different teams that could qualify here, as Xeno has just reached the top 10 after last game, and now they're going in to try and qualify for the sudden death off this game. Shin, definitely the MVP performance here from him in this game. Has stayed alive for so long, getting placement points and kills. 12 kills on the board for their team. However, I would love to see Yamin actually secure the win here. They have the best position in the zone with the high ground, but it looks like Overpower are going to target them, and they're not looking that way. This is not good. You need to turn around here. You need to turn around and focus on Overpower. They're right beside you. SMRS goes down. Salam gets a knock onto Jackson, but the EMP drone has been pushed down, and the smoke bomber is choked again from Aegon. Somebody needs to shoot that EMP drone. What are you doing? Finally, Aegon takes it, but while he's doing it, he chokes a smoke bomber and drops down the hill. This could go for a flank, though. He could get a flank play onto the Overpower player from the side. They do have all 4 alive for now, and it looks like Yamin is going for the flank play. Yes, they are. Nervous is going to get dropped here from Aegon straight off the bat, and it looks like they need to push at the same time. Salam is also over by the side. Config 1 is on the bottom as well. They've all opted from the bottom push. Salam does get knocked here. Trades are coming through, and Jackson's going to kill him from behind, and it looks like Config 1 is the last alive on top of this hill. He's going to go ahead and die in the 5th place position as OP overpower them. Just like their name suggests, Bernat last alive on the team, and it looks like it might go in the way of Asino. Never mind, Asino get dropped outside of the zone. And now it's all down to Tango at the last Latin American roster. Ultra still have a player alive here as well. And is Legendary up? They are. Legendary come in very late into the zone. Have spotted another player here. Shots are going to go down onto him. This is a 1v3 situation. The Inner Shin could possibly win. He's He spotted OP Bernat over on the side. He could land a couple of DLQ shots on him. Bam! Straight to the head. Bernat gets knocked, and Shin secures them another spot, and another snipe goes down here onto Ross. Can he heal himself up and secure a victory off this solo clutch? That's the question everyone wants to know the answer to. It's probably not going to happen, unfortunately. He does not have the zone advantage. Boom, gets a knock onto this. Now making it a 1v2. If he had any more nades left, he could possibly do this, but I don't think it's going to be a possibility. I'm not sure if Shin has what it takes to clutch this up. He spots one. Spots the second here. Julio. The shots go down. He's able to take off one. Can he get the second guy? Turns on him here. No! Inner Shin almost does a solo clutch to wrap up that game. Legendary. What a performance there from Shin from Inner Legendary. Unbelievable game. He's going to be able to get a couple of more kills to end off that game and a second place finish. Super good performance there from Shin to clutch out and close up their qualification spot. I think these guys are pretty much guaranteed in now, thanks to Shin off of that Game 6 performance alone. Not that many kills coming in the side of this team, which is quite disappointing because they did win the game. They only got 11 kills. Team number 9, you guys know them as Tango. They will go up the leaderboards right here. As you've seen, they were already in 7th place. However, with that dismal amount of kills, they're not going to go up too far. With 75 points total, they're going to be tied with Inner Fury. I believe Inner Fury didn't get any kills this game, or maybe they got 2 and went to 77 points. I'm not quite sure. But Tango are going to be right alongside them. And now Inner Fury, Tango, your main team, Syllabot, and Uncut are all going to be side by side going into this last game of who's going to qualify into the sudden deaths tomorrow. I believe that Legendary Inner have secured their spot with a 21-point performance there, blasting them up over 100 points into 103 points total from Legendary. As we actually look over onto the Team 3, which is Ultra, they finished 3rd. They're Team 17. They got 17 kills that game, and with a total of 22 points. They're going to definitely secure their first place spot so far. Being able to end up with 119 points going into Game 7, which will be the next game. The leaderboards that you're seeing on screen right now are after Game 5. I'm just adding up Game 6 total points onto them currently. And we will get a graphic updated for you guys as soon as the Game 7 final game starts. Fury, let's actually check them out. Where did they finish? Let's get confirmation of what they did this game. Inner Fury, 0 kills, 0 points. 21st place. They're going to finish with 75 points after that game, and it is going to be a wild goose chase going into game number 7 here. If we hop on board with Aegon and his roster, they are able to get 7 kills and a 5th place finish, which is going to give them about 10 points total. So they're sitting at 81. They're currently the top sudden death team. If we go to find Syllabot, they had a different disappointing performance here as well. No placement points for them. They do get 5 points total, which means they're on 68, just behind Inner Fury. And they're going to be battling it out. If we look for Uncut, however, I think they died a little bit early as well. Uncut did. Tango are going to move up right beside them. So there is about, I would say there's probably 4 or 5 teams right beside each other on the leaderboards when we get these updated, going into game number 7 of who's going to get into the sudden death qualifiers. I think the Inner Legendary and Ultra have pretty much guaranteed themselves. I think the Ultra are mostly Iranian. I'm not sure where Legendary are from. And maybe you guys in the chat could let me know, but I'm pretty sure Ultra are dominated by Iranian players, so congratulations to them, showing out for the country. It's going to be the first time that that country has qualified at first place for any of these tournaments, so a very solid performance from Ultra. Inner Legendary, I think, are from the same area of the world. I'm not too sure. I think they're Middle Eastern. But Fury, disappointing from them. And then your main team are going to be right up there in 3rd place after that game. So great stuff from the Africans as well, chat. Great stuff from the Africans also. But this is going to be the last game. We're going to see, will Africa survive? Will Iran get in as a double up team? And will any other people qualify from different regions like Latin America, Asia, Oceania, or even Europe? We'll have to wait and see. Yo, Diego, thanks for the 5 gifted subs over on TikTok, man. I just seen them pop up on my screen. Thank you very much, brother. Very generous of you to do so many different things in that game. Thanks for the drums as well. I couldn't call it out because I was in the middle of casting, but I really appreciate it, man. Much love, bro. We don't have that many subs over on TikTok, so every little helps, man. I appreciate everyone who subs on the TikTok page. We have about 1,500, 1,600 members on YouTube, but we only have about 100 subs over on TikTok, so thanks for everyone that subs up, and if you follow, I appreciate that too. Good luck in the final. What's up, Razox? How you doing, man? How did you like that team switch this week? Seemed to work out quite well for you. If you want to join, all you need to do is join the Discord chat for the next week's season, which will start on Monday. I would love to negotiate with COD M some sort of way where we can host like one big tournament a month. And the big tournament a month is like lots of qualifiers to get in. And then at the end of the month, we have the big event and it's like $10,000. I would love to do that. So it's kind of like a league, like a quote unquote Ferg league once a month would be phenomenal. I will definitely be discussing that with them once Activision are back from their Christmas break. Pro COD M, thanks for becoming a subscriber, man. He did an auto renewal. And this is his second month, I believe. Oh, actually, wait. It's your first month, but it auto-renews. Interesting, Pro. I've never seen that before. You're the first. Congratulations, bro. You're the first over on TikTok, man. Never seen that before. Again, thank you, Diego, for the 5,000 coins, brother. This is the last match, chat. This is game number 7, and I'm about to put the game number 6 overall scores on your screen on YouTube and TikTok. And I'm going to put it over on YouTube real quick. There you go. And TikTok, you're going to get the scores updated on your screen as well. Oh my god, what was that? Ooh, Leon the Lion, brother! Hell yeah, you gaming. Thanks very much, man. Holy. Now we're talking, broski. Hell yeah, Leon the Lion, 4,888 coins. Thanks very much, man. That's one of my favorites. I love the lion. I love the lions and the kittens, man. And Leon the Kitten is up there, bro. He's up there with my favorite ones. There was one a guy called VJ Sundra did, and I can't remember what it was, but it was so good. I just haven't seen it. He's the only person that's ever given it to me, and it was like expensive, like super expensive gift. I don't really often get expensive gifts, so I really appreciate it. I'm not really known as like a TikTok streamer. I'm more of a YouTuber, so appreciate you guys gifting on me, man. All right, so Madnan confirmed that Madnan, can you give me the name of the team? Can you give me the name? Chat, there was a team that was very sus going into a lot of these games earlier, and they actually left after they were called out for their suspicious activity. And I believe I'm waiting for Madnan to confirm. Okay, they have been banned. So Team 24 TPAB have been banned. Madnan says they were very suspicious of hacking, and when they called out, I believe they might have called them out privately, they all just left instantly. So Team 24 were definitely cheating, and they have been eliminated from the competition and banned indefinitely from previous or future events. Good job to Madnan and the moderation team. It seems to be a common occurrence here. That it just seems to be whatever position COD Mobile is in currently, there seems to be a lot. It's either for dipping or for hacking. They were sus. Madnan says they were definitely extremely suspicious, and they ended up leaving after game 6. So they get banned either for dipping or for cheating. Either way, they are out of the competition regardless, and banned for them in the next one. Unfortunate for them. Let's go ahead and pause the music and get into it, chat, as we go into game number 7. I want to see the scoreboard, however. I haven't actually got it on my screen right now because I was calling all of that out. Let me see game number 6 after the scoreboard. So at the top, we have Ultra with 119 points. And it's a phenomenal performance from them over on the Iranian side of things. But if we hop on board the Aegon, they should be in a fight right here. So I'll leave you guys with them as I call them out. I'm looking for a team that's fighting. Okay, there we go. We got the Iranian Customs team. They've landed with Azino this whole tournament so far. And it might stop them from qualifying. So we got Ultra at the top with 119. Inner Legendary with 103. Then Yamin have moved up to 3rd place, like I said, with 81. Inner Fury still at 75, tied with Tango Fee. Inner Fury may get kicked out of the competition here over their lackluster 2 last games. And Scylla Bots have moved into 6th, Uncut, or 7th. And it looks like from 7th to, I would say, 3rd are pretty much in the firing line for not qualifying at all. I think that we just watched Iranian Customs team get eliminated from the competition. They were 10th place, and now they're going to fall out of top 10. Unfortunately for Iranian Custom, he is eliminated with his entire team. Unlucky performance from those guys today. Unfortunate it is, but if they want to keep practicing, maybe they will win one in the future. They just kept landing with this team. These guys are both 9th and 10th. Zeno, or I think it's Azeno Pita. I think it's A-Z-E-N-O. I don't think it's A-E-N-O. I think it's a Zeno Pita. Have been landing with the Iranian Customs squad this entire event, and they have been battling back and forth, killing each other off spawn, which has actually hurt both of their performances. You'll probably see something like this in the finals as well. If you get landed on by another really good team, you're probably not going to win the entire event because you have to spread up loot between two teams, and you also take casualties either way, depending on which team is better. But they're going to stay alive for now. Whether or not they will qualify into sudden death really comes down to if they can get a lot of kills here. Glad to see that Dusty's still getting kills, however, as they are definitely not qualifying into the finals. A super bad performance for Eternity here today. Don't really want to talk too much about that because I've already roasted them for being an embarrassment compared to last week. Your main team, the team from Africa, they have 81 points right now. If they have a superb game, they could qualify straight into the finals. But if they have an okay game, just an okay average game, will solidify their spot into the sudden deaths, which do take place tomorrow, where 3 teams do get into the finals from the sudden death qualifiers on Friday. Eric from Ultra also getting a couple of picks here as well, but it looks like Aegon and the boys need to confirm this squad wipe. They need to get them down. Config is going to get knocked right here, which is terrible for them. They only have 3 players left. Salam is going to get targeted from the side. He might be able to get a retaliation kill play onto another player. Aegon's going to get knocked, unfortunately. And now it's down to Config 4 and Salam to make it out. This could be their downfall. Remember, it's the final game. It all comes down to this. Will Africa have a qualification team in the finals, or will they get eliminated? Will they get into the sudden deaths as well? That's the question. Shots are going to go down right here. He's going to be able to land 1. The other player's probably going to rotate in from the side. You need to get that kill, and he does not confirm it. Config 4, the last player alive on this team. Terrible play there by Salam. He should have got that kill confirmed. And now a 1v4 situation. Config trying to stay alive. I'm not going to spoil his spot because they're probably going to stream snipe where he is. So we're going to leave him. We'll see him on the kill feed if he dies or if he stays alive. And or if he gets his teammates back. I just don't want to ruin their final game because I know that a lot of different teams will watch the stream to find out where he is. Especially as they are right around the corner from qualifying. As we go on to inner, we can see that one of the players they've just walked past is still in that house.
Airdrop has been delivered. Airdrop has been delivered.
Let me see.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Yep, Uzi is still over there. He's not really got a chance to qualify, unfortunately, though, so he's just trying to stay alive for no reason. Samoa is also over here. It looks like a third party is going to probably come over onto the side of Inner Fury. And it is over par. These guys have did decently in certain games, but they are not consistent enough to even be in the top 10 overall. We've seen them get to late games, but they don't get enough kills confirmed for them to really do serious damage. Remember, there is a Latin American team, an African team, Iranian teams, and also European teams up for qualification grabbers here. All of them in the mix. As it looks like Ames is probably going to get shot at from the side, possibly. Never mind, his teammate's going to get knocked instead of him. Surprising, to say the least. 4 players right beside him. Smoke bomber should be used here to go into that house and take out a lot of different players. Unfortunately, it's not going to be able to be done, and he's going to get shot from the side right now, and I think that's going to be all she wrote almost for that team. They only have 1 guy alive. No, 2 guys alive. Oh, luckily they got Chiz back in a revive flight as well, but he's going to go down here. Transform shield drops. He's able to get that full kill onto one of them, but unfortunately it leaves the other 2 players on Fury last alive. Massa is playing for the fight here, however, as it looks like it'd be a 2v2. Shot's gonna go down. He gets a couple of shots onto him. Bernat. Shots go down. Transform shield is there to save him from any shots coming from the way of the back. And it looks like Nervous is the last person alive. He's definitely nervous at this point. Trying to stay alive for as long as possible. He's definitely healing up right now. Ali needs to help Massa if he wants to stand a chance of doing anything here. Shots go down, and that's going to be all she wrote from over par. They are eliminated from the competition, and they are not going to make it into the sudden death or the finals on Friday or Saturday. Inner Fury still struggling. 5 kills on the board. They're going to get all 4 of their teammates back up. A lot of early deaths here. Only 37 people left alive in the competition. So it really is going to all come down to these placement points, along with the kills. Legendary pretty much securing their way into the finals here. Main is in a terrible spot as these guys are still trying to find him. I'm definitely not staying on that POV because I know those guys are stream sniping him right now and I want to give him the best possible shot at qualifying. Remember, these guys have 81 points. They just need a decent game to qualify here as they are 6 points ahead. This is the final game. This is game 7. It all comes down to this. And if they want a chance to qualify into the sudden death or the finals, they need to do it right now with Config 4 being the last alive on the team. Azeno still have 4 alive as well. They're basically down at the bottom of the scoreboard. But if they had a really good performance, like a 30 kill win, they would be able to qualify into sudden death. Looks like config 4 is going to die outside of the zone, and your main team, I don't know how many points they got for that game, and they are definitely in a bad spot here after that. They're at least at 82 points total, but honestly, that's a very difficult situation for the entire continent of Africa right there. We'll have to see once we get the scoreboard back up after the game if they did enough to survive. I'm not sure if they have, though, as Inner Fury are right on their tail, and so are Tango Fee. Tango Fee is team number 9. Oh my god, 20 kills off the bat. I think Tango Fee are definitely going to overtake them. So many points here from them. 20 kills. That's really all they needed. They just needed another 20-point performance, and they've already got it. Now they're going to start getting qualification points as well, with Bai being revived into the game. Tango Fee are looking like they're going to make it even, not only to the sudden deaths, but might even make it straight to the finals if they're able to pass up Legendary here with that amount of kills. They're already up to 95 points this early in the game, and I don't know where Legendary are. No, Legendary are only up to 107.
Airdrop incoming.
So Tango Fee definitely could catch up to them. Now they're only 12 points behind. They could get a straight final shot here if they're able to eliminate them very early on. Along with Fury. Fury also barely ahead. They actually have just been taken over by Tango Fee. So Tango Fee's definitely in sudden death already. Definitely securing. It's whether or not Inner Fury can take them out, or if Yamain can survive. But I don't think Yamain has a chance. I think they didn't get enough points here, chat. The Yamain team are going to fall to 4th place currently, and it's all down to whether or not Fury can catch them. If Fury die very quickly here, they will not qualify. But if they stay alive, there's a high chance they take over main. Especially since the qualification points are going to start coming in for the placements. It looks like Tango still have all 4 of their players up with 20 kills. They're looking good getting into the next zone. This is a very sparsely populated zone in this last game here. Game number 7. It looks like the majority of the kills were taken up by Tango off spawn. Look at that. 20 kills so early on in this game. And a lot of single players are still alive, just trying to survive by themselves. As it seems like Xeno are still getting fights in here. Yes, they are. Shots are going to go down there. They're going to be able to get a knock. But Elio is confirming another kill. Oh. A lot of shots going in right there. I want to go watch somebody else, actually. Where's Sentry? He's been knocked, so now it's all down to ALM. Had a little bit of a brain fart right there, chat, but I think ALM's going to get eliminated, and there you go. Eno, Peta are also not qualifying into the finals or sudden death qualifiers, which will be hosted tomorrow. Inner Legendary still fighting for a spot to qualify into the finals directly by staying alive. I want to see, are they still up? It's not looking like Ultra are still alive here, which means that Inner Legendary could pass them up. We didn't see too much of Ultra. They died very early on. I think they're still going to solidify their final spot, but I don't think they're going to finish first place. I think Inner Legendary are going to pass them up. The question is, where will Fury end up in all of this? Only 7 kills so far on the board for them, but they are getting 2 extra points for qualifications. It really comes down to whether or not the African team got enough kills at the start of this game to be able to qualify themselves. As Tango Fee are also still getting points on the board. 14 points just on 2 players alone. 21 kills total. And then they get an extra 2 points for placement. So they're up to 23 points as a team based off kills and placement already here. But Fury are battling with them over on the other side. They have 8 kills. And it looks like they're trying to target this other team here. Inner Legendary chasing down the number 1 spot. Inner Fury chasing down a qualification spot. I did say it was likely that Inner Fury and Legendary qualified. It's just not in the way that I thought it would be. I thought they would be number 1 and number 2. But it looks like I was proven wrong by Ultra. Another kill coming in the way of Fury here. Now up to 10. Both of the Inner teams performing extremely well here. And it looks like Cryptus just trying to stay alive. Get info for his team. His teammates have been revived from him. And they're over on Array. It's unlikely that they do anything worth talking about here, so we'll stay on to the teams that are likely to qualify, being Tango, Inner Fury, and Legendary. All 3 of them still alive. Fury and Tango are the ones fighting for a qualification into sudden death right now. Legendary are fighting to be the first place team. As these guys have 22 kills on the board. G1 are also in contention to get a sudden death qualifier, but they only have 2 players left, and they're so far down the leaderboard they would need like a 30 kill win, and that's just not going to happen. They're not going to get 40 points from this game alone, unfortunately. Tango rotate into the zone. They know they just need to stay alive now in order to qualify. They're trying to get into the top 5 to get more placement points on board. I must admit there are a couple of bad teams still alive, so they could probably farm them, and I think that's what Inner are going to do. They're going to farm these worst teams. As Rossi's able to pick up another kill right here on the hands of Tango. They are getting attacked and pushed by one of the bad teams. We haven't seen too much from these guys. They did get a knock through there, but I'm not sure if they were able to confirm that kill or if the guy did get revived. I think it was actually stolen by Missa from Fury. The knock is taken off their hands as Inner Legendary are also in a fight here up on top. Shots are going to go down either way of both teams. Rashri is also dead. It's only down to Shin. Shots go down, but they're going to get eliminated. Inner Legendary dies early in 9th place, but they did get a lot of kills, so they might be able to pass up the #1 spot team being Ultra. However, Inner Fury still alive. Now in a battle between them and Tango. The 2 teams are trying to qualify through the sudden deaths. If either of these teams die right here, it will be consequential to their qualifications. Looks like Ali spotted by over there behind the transform shield, but he can't land a shot. Ninja goes down. Chase is able to pick down Ross with the SMRS. A lot of shots are going to be fired over in the way of this team. Tango now in a difficult situation. Inner Fury targeting them heavily. Their final players need to rotate out of that situation right now. Julio's going away, and another player is trying to get out with a snowboard. They just want to get as many qualification points as possible through placements now, as their teammates are getting obliterated. Julio, still alive. Easy as well is up for now, but they're probably going to die outside of the zone here if they don't die by that team themselves. Shots still going through. Easy's trying to die from the zone instead of giving points to the other team. He does get that in. Never mind, he goes for the rewind instead of getting the play on, which actually just gave them another kill. Terrible for him. Julio does make it out. There is only 8 teams left, so if he can survive a couple of more placement points, he will be able to get more points on the board for this roster. And they are fighting against Fury here to make that a reality. Fury still have all of their teammates alive with 15 kills. They're looking like they're in the best spot to win this game and go straight up the rankings. With the poor performance in Game 5 and 6, they definitely could capitalize on it here and secure a sudden death qualification, or even maybe possibly, if I check the scoreboard right now, they were at 75 points before this. If Ultra got no points, it would still take them 34 to catch up. Actually, it would take them 44 points. So I think Ultra are completely safe from Fury's grasp. And with Legendary's good performance, I think Fury are really just fighting against Tango here. And they need to take down Julio in order to qualify into the next one. Ackman is in the finals already. Yes, he is. Absolutely. If you guys haven't already followed or subscribed, make sure to do so on both TikTok and YouTube. I appreciate it. Can we see if Julio's still alive right here? He is alive and well. He's going to go behind this rock right now. I don't know if that's in the zone. It's not going to be in the zone. He has a terrible, terrible class ability. Misdirection is so bad, unfortunately, and Keel's going to be right in front of him. He needs to get this kill. He does not. He gets third party from behind. However, did he get dead after reflex or before? He dies before reflex, so he doesn't even get that extra point in terms of placement. We're gonna have to see after this game. I really do believe that Tango might have just qualified into the sudden death and put main team out of it, along with Fury qualifying as well. And Fury definitely in the best position in the zone right now. I think they're gonna take down main themselves, as Brilliant spotted them from afar. Uzi's still alive for this team, but it doesn't look likely that he's gonna survive, as Inner are in the best position with only 4 teams left and 12 players. There's only one other team with 4 alive right now, and it's one of those teams that we haven't really seen much of in this tournament qualifier, because they have not really done much so far. One SMRS to take them all down here, ladies and gentlemen. One SMRS would do it all.
Almost ready.
Inner still surviving here with 18 total kills. They're going to get a bunch of points off of this. So far, they're already getting 22 points total. Julieta has been spotted. Knock goes down for the Inner team, and the kills come through. That's them up to 20. Now tied with Julio's team from Tango.
The safe zone is collapsed.
They don't know what they want to do here. It looks like they're just going to stay alive. They do have zone control. If they rotate over towards the divot, they could go on the other side of the zone here. Use the tree and also that little divot right there that are going to go down the other side of the hill here. This is exactly what Chiz needed to do. However, there is a team already there. And it looks like the SMRS is going to go down. Knocks Cryptus across the map. Like I said, one SMRS would do it. And now that team is completely crippled. A 4v3 situation is on the cards. They're outside of the zone, and it looks like Inner Fury are going to take game number 7 with at least 24 kills on the board. Shots going down again, and they are all getting absolutely annihilated. Cryptus is going to die outside of the zone, but that kill's going to come forward to them, and now with 25 kills on the board, able to secure the 26th and a win. They're going to get 36 points off that game alone. An absolutely phenomenal performance for Fury to end off that game. They had a terrible Game 5 and Game 6, only getting 2 points between both of those games. But luckily, right there, they're able to secure the bag and get a 36 kill win, which is going to skyrocket them up the leaderboards into a qualification spot for sure. The question is, did your main team have enough kills to fend off Tango V? Or are Tango Fi going to end up taking their spot? Also, I didn't see much of Syllabot that game, which was the team that was right below them along with Uncut Esports. However, as for now, if we look onto the board, you can see Inner Fury securing a 26 kill win. They're going to get 36 total points, making them 101 points. They are clear. They are into sudden death. They won't make it into the finals, but sudden death is going to be all she wrote for those guys. Team number 5 do finish in that second place, but they don't really matter to us because they're not qualifying anyway. However, Team 16 is interesting. We haven't seen many of those guys before. If I go onto their name, it is Iran Royalty. They did get knocked out of the top 10 before, but they'll probably be back in it after that performance. They won't qualify, however. Going down again and again, we see G1. They're not going to qualify either. Tango V are in 6th place. They get 2 points off of qualification placement points, which brings them up to 24 total points, which would put them at looking like 99 total points here. If we go down to Yamin, it's not looking likely that they're going to be able to survive. Of course, Legendary Inner are sitting at 9th place. They get 2 points for the placement points, which means they get 14 total. Legendary are going to go up to 117. Going further and further down, I'm looking for Ultra here. I still don't see Ultra on the board. Where did they end up landing? Ultra were right down at the bottom, apparently. Am I blind? Yes, they were. 0 kills in that match for Ultra. They're going to get absolutely no points. Barely leading. And they beat Legendary by a little bit. Only 2 points beating them by. Looking over to Syllabots. They are not going to qualify with a 1 kill, 21st place position. And unfortunately, I went past them for a reason. It looks like your main team only got 3 points that game, leaving them with 84 points total. And because of Fury's furious performance, and also Tango Fi with a very solid last game, getting 20 kills total, I believe that your main team has been eliminated from the competition. And I currently think that it's going to go in the way of Ultra first, Inner Legendary second, Inner Fury third, and Tango Fi in the 4th spot. Unfortunately, your main team does not make it after a solid amount of kills and placements throughout the 7-game series. They played well, but they are going to fall again. Unfortunately, Africa has still not got a full African team through the qualifiers and into the finals. They do have some African players in the finals who are big creators, but they just don't have their own team qualifying through into the finals. However, there has been Latin American teams, European teams, there has been Middle Eastern teams being able to qualify, and along with Garena teams being able to qualify from Asia. As of right now, however, it looks like Ultra from Iran are going to qualify along with Inner Legendary straight into the finals. So we're going to be able to see those guys on Saturday for sure. Inner Fury are going to have to play again tomorrow along with Tango Fi. Tomorrow's sudden death qualifiers will be the hardest, the most difficult qualifiers that we've ever had, because the majority of the players are from over the past qualification stages from Monday to Thursday. I'm going to go ahead and put this on your screen right now. YouTube, you're going to probably see a qualification screen from yesterday where we looked at the other qualifiers, and then we'll put on the brand new one. TikTok, I'll just get it onto your screen whenever I can. For some reason, it's not loading. There we go. We're good to go. This was the top 4 from yesterday, as you can see. And now we're going to put on the top 4 from today. Day 4. Team Ultra, get in at the number 1 spot, like I stated. And it looks like it went the entire way that I thought it would. For you TikTokers out there it is on the screen right now. Qualifiers Day 4. Ultra come in with 119 points. Legendary come in with 117. Inner Fury 111. And Tango V with 99 points qualify for the sudden death matchup tomorrow. That is the closest we've ever seen any qualification stage of any of our tournaments ever It looks like there was only 20 points between 4th and 1st, and way less points between 3rd and 1st right there, being only 8 points between the 1st to the 3rd place, which means any of those guys with one bad game performance could have been put either into sudden death or qualification. I would say the Inner Fury kind of threw a couple of games right there towards the end, which actually knocked them out and put Legendary up above them. We've seen this happen before in qualifications in the Contender Cup. Legendary go through first and then Fury go through the qualifiers second, and they manage to get in later on in the week, which is a possibility tomorrow if Fury play well, because there's 3 teams that will qualify tomorrow. 3 total teams will qualify. As for now, however, that's going to wrap up today's qualification stream. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for the last day of qualifiers with the sudden death, which means 3 qualifying teams and 8 previous teams that finished between 3rd and 4th from the previous days, Monday through Thursday, will also be in that qualifier day, along with a bunch of different teams that haven't had the chance to play yet because they were late at registering their team. If you want, you can hit that follow button and subscribe if you're on YouTube as well. I'd really appreciate it. As for now, however, join the Discord if you want to participate or register for the Champions Cup next week. The Champions Cup will end off this triple series of events back to back to back where big creators go against the community. So if you're interested in qualifying for that or registering your interest, you just join the Discord, discord.gg/FergFam. It's linked on my TikTok bio, and it's also on the pinned chat for the YouTube channel. And with that being said, mods! Great work today. We'll wrap things up there. Make sure to live your life with purpose. Do something that will help you mentally, physically, and financially with the rest of your day. Or you can join me here later on in the day to do a TikTok stream where I'm going to try and use every sniper. I'm still feeling at it. It's honestly getting quite embarrassing at this point for me to try and use every sniper in the game. I can't lie. It's just so difficult for me. But either way, as for now, if you're one of the teams that want to see the top 10 leaderboards, they will be posted into the chat so you can see if you got top 10 in the qualifiers or not. However, what really matters is who got into the finals day and who got into sudden death. As for now, I've been Ferg, love you all, and I'll see you guys in the next live stream later today, my little scrumdiddlyumptiouses do. Hope you have a great rest of your day, guys. Peace out, my broskies. My little scrumptious diddlyumptious follow. Subscribe, subscribe, follow.